good, Elmo? You got this one, mate? So I just set you up with that. Get your stuff over here. Put that over there. Okay. Make me money. That's right, boy. Make me money. Make me money. Oh, that's right. I forgot to take my clothes off. 1 second, guys. There we go. Now we're ready. Guess you're regretting that one now, aren't you, Craig? No, I can't do this because I'll stink out the whole room if I do this. If I just like keep this shirt off. So I've actually got a terrible like underarm freaking odor. It's absolutely abysmal. So my wife just gets furious and will open the window. So I better put this back on. Okay, so what's going on? I heard his favorite game is Calculator. No, so Elmo's favorite game is actually Murder in the Dark. And he's pretty good at it. Usually there's no one left over at the end of the game. But anyway, mate, I think you're not very talkative today, so I think we're just going to put you a little bit back over here. Okay, cool. You got that shit? Let's do this. Ugh. So apparently this shit works. You guys are here. Like, as soon as I actually started this stream, I've got like these hotkeys set up, and I was like, okay, fuck, I hope this is all gonna work. And I hit control and like my hotkey, and then nothing happened, and I was like, oh fuck, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. And I just like fucking started freaking out. I was like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like alt tabbing and shit and pressing on stuff and just, you know, just spam pressing things. You know, I was doing that boomer shit. You know what boomers do, right? Like, they're just, I'm not even a boomer, but like, sometimes I am a boomer. And I was just like, click, 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 just clicking on shit. And it's like, the broadcast has already started. And I was like, I looked up at the camera and I was like, Okay, I'm 15 and I joined the Discord. Is that okay? Bruh, why are you telling me you're 15 and you joined the Discord? Come on! Okay, you gotta get better at like keeping this shit sneaky. Okay, what do you got? Gidiz. I actually read your name the first time as Jizz. I'm gonna be honest. You lied. Elmo is not live. He is live. He's right there, bro. Oh shit, yeah, I didn't realize my head was blocking his ass. Let's move him over a little bit. Elmo's been working out a bit recently too, guys, so don't give him shit, okay? He's prepared for anything. And right now, we're actually cutting into his sleepy time. Okay, what do we got going? Jesus. Actually, there's a few people in here. I didn't expect so many people. What are we up to? 45! Holy shit! 45 people? Okay, I gotta say something funny. Okay, here by accident, now distracted from Esperanto book I'm working in. Well, you're a terrible Esperanto speaker then, aren't you? You can't... Esperanto comes first, above everything else. You want your place in the world domination? Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Am I full screen at the moment? No, I'm like... Why have I got like the screen like this? Actually, you know, I'll leave it like that, so you guys can read the other comments and stuff. What do we got? So, why is Evildea's name Evildea instead of Evil? Okay, let me put this one big screen so you guys get my full face. Okay, I think that's the right hotkey. Okay, am I full screen? I can't tell. I think I'm full screen. What? Fucking, it doesn't matter. We'll figure this shit out. Okay, maybe it's this one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so that's the right one. Okay, cool. So, the Evildea legendary story of my name. Okay. What is the thing I am most well known for on my YouTube channel, apart from, you know, like fucking hyperpolyglot investigations, all that type of shit? The thing I'm actually most well known for among you guys is fucking up. Making English mistakes, right? Yeah. So, the Evildea name was... Okay, let me go back to the beginning. So back in the day, your boy Evildea, he was a hardcore WoW gamer, okay, World of Warcraft. And in World of Warcraft, obviously you got like a gamer tag, and back then everyone was making stupid ass gamer tags. Like it was always just something with your like your family name or your first name, and then just some random adjective slapped together. Like, you know, those Facebook posts where they're like, hey, pick your band name. It's like a fruit plus a type of like gemstone or something. But anyway, so I was like, what can be my World of Warcraft gamer tag name? Okay, so I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta think. I've gotta be creative, bro. This is hard. Okay, what's my surname? And this is not like hidden knowledge or anything. You'll find on Wikipedia. My surname's Delamore. Okay, so Delamore. And then I was like, okay, cool. And well, then what am I? I guess I'm evil. Like, that was the extent of my thinking. I guess I'm evil. And so I just went, okay, well, my name's going to be Evildea, because Delamore is my surname, okay? So I was Evildea for like freaking 3 years as I was hardcore WoW gaming. Like, and when I say hardcore, bro, I was hardcore. I was in the trenches for WoW gaming. Anyway, after that, after about 3 years of completely wasting my fucking life and making no progress in anything but, you know, this imaginary character that no one cared about, I decided that it was time to whip myself into, you know, freaking shape, not physically. I was actually in the military at the time. I didn't have to do that. I was ripped. But anyway, so I decided to whip myself into shape and actually pick up and, you know, do something with my life. So I launched a blog. And that blog was about acting because I just moved out of the military and now I was into the fucking acting industry, okay? And I was writing a blog about acting and like articles about acting, and I was like freaking interviewing people. I even interviewed the lead sword fighter on one of the Star Wars movies. That's a story for another day. Anyway, so like when I was doing this, this name didn't exist, Evildea, okay? It was not there anywhere because like I was going by my actual stage name, which was Big Dicky Rick. No, I'm joking, that's not it. Anyway, so like, I had this blog, and then one day I decided to go to this event, which was apparently for these things called YouTubers, or whatever the fuck they are. Fucking, these guys think they're gonna be like something on the internet or something. Anyway, so I went there and I met these guys, and they're all like showing me the type of shit that they're doing. Like, these guys are playing games, and they're fucking making money for playing games, and I'm like, bro, you make money to play games? Are you for real? And they're like, yeah, bro, it's fucking amazing. It's really, really good. And I was like, holy shit, okay. And at this time, okay, not everyone could, you know, become, I think, like a YouTube, whatever it is, you know, where they give you, like, the ability to make money. Back then, it was literally you were handpicked, okay? This was before the whole program opened up, the creator program to everyone. Anyway, so I was talking with a bunch of these guys, and I met a bunch of them, and it just seemed fucking sick, this whole YouTube thing. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I'm going to become a fucking YouTuber. Okay, this is back in, like, 2011, I think? Maybe after this, maybe 2013. I don't know. I'm old. I've forgotten, okay? Anyway, so the one thing everyone advised me when I was there is they said, make sure you pick a good name for your YouTube channel because you can't change it. You literally could not change it back then. It was impossible. Now, I was at this event all day, okay? I was hanging out with these YouTubers, having a ball all the time. I got back at 1 a.m., my eyes like half closed. I'm like, I'm going to make a fucking YouTube channel. Fucking let's create this. I'm going to call it, I'm just going to use my gamer tag. Like, I did not think this through, okay? And I went to type in Evildea, and I hit enter, and then I realized I left out the fucking L. I legit left out the fucking L. And I was like, oh shit, I got no other email addresses, bro, that I could create another account with. Well, fuck it, I'm just Evildea now. It doesn't mean anything anyway. And then later on, I actually, kind of simultaneously, I was learning Esperanto, and dia just happened to be adjective form for the noun dio, which means God. So it turned from evil, like, you know, Delamore, my surname, into evil God. And I was like, that was intentional. That was so intentional. And everyone was spreading this rumor in the fucking Esperanto community because I also then, in my stupidity, but also my genius moments, one day when I was making an Esperanto video, I just started and I was like, Saluton al ciui, which means hello. Yen Evildea. This is Evildea. And then I was like, I didn't know what to say next, and I went, Via Dio, your God. And then people just made this connection with my name that just did not exist. And everyone's like, oh, it's because he calls himself an evil god. And he's always like trash talking and causing shit in the Esperanto community. So, makes sense. And I was like, yep, that's exactly what happened. It was just fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. And that's how you ended up with Evildea. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to swap back to this screen so we can have a look at some of these comments. Because holy shit, comments are starting to roll in. Okay, so let's go. Have we swapped over yet? Okay, yes. Okay, so we've got here, I have been streaming for quite a long time, and I remember very well the stress of going live. That is so fucking true. It's weird because, like, when you make a video, and, like, you know, just your standard video, you just hit record, you do your shit, no one's, like, judging you until, like, obviously after you post it, and then fucking everyone's judging you. But, like, in the moment, you just chill, you just relax, you know? And then when you hit stream, and you see there's eyeballs waiting for you, and what the fuck, I have 60 people on my first goddamn stream ever watching me at this goddamn moment. Bro, I gotta be fucking entertaining. And I'm half asleep. It's like 11 p.m. at night right now. In fact, I started at this time because, well, I wanted some Australians who still support me. There's not many anymore, guys. But I do want some of them to, like, actually, catch the start of this and then they go off to bed while I sit here and mumble off into the middle of the night. I have no idea how long this is going to go for. Probably, the stream will probably end at that point when you hear a crashing come through the door over there, and that's my wife going, shut the fuck up. I want to sleep, okay? 60 people. Ooh, you're so famous. And then I'll be like, okay, guys, I gotta go. And then I'll just end the stream. Okay, so that's probably how it's gonna go. Okay, so let's go. What else we got? Okay, I've lost where we're up to. Jesus, there's actually a few comments rolling in. Hey man, your channel inspired me to make my own channel documenting my progress of learning Russian. Good work, good work. Creating a channel to, even just for, like, if you make it public, it's a really good way of enforcing that you actually stick to your plan. And I was a big fan of this when I was just a pure Esperanto YouTuber. I pushed so many people. I literally created a whole fucking, I don't want to have a big head or anything, but, I kind of do. But, like, I spawned a whole heap of Esperanto YouTubers, okay? Just because I kept pushing this idea. I was like, guys, this is the best way to get fucking good at a language, is make videos in it. Because everyone's a perfectionist at the end of the day, okay? And they're going to remake that same damn video over and over and over until it's like perfect, and then you upload it. And just by doing that cooking of your brain, you get good at the language, okay? So totally worth it. And even if it's just for documenting, that's also good. It gives you something to look back at, upon when later on you're just not feeling it. Like right now, through my Spanish journey, for example, there's times where I sit down, I'm like, fucking 3 hours of Spanish again today. I'm gonna listen to El Dios de Gaming fucking again. Bro, I swear to God, I listen to that guy more than his own goddamn girlfriend. And like, some days you're just like, I just do not feel it. I'm not even making goddamn progress. And then you go back and you watch your first video and you're like, holy shit, fucking that's evil suck over there. This is evil good. Type of thing. So yeah, it's really good for like keeping yourself inspired as well. Okay, what do we got? Yep, read that one. When presentation of your six-pack. Yeah, that one's coming. Okay. The origin style, yep. Hyperpolygots would agree you are quite evil. You know what the funny thing is? I never start out evil with the hyperpolyglots. Like, I always legitimately, from the beginning, try to, collect as much valid information. I reach out to them, and everything. It's just, if you've been a bullshit artist online all this time, it's hard to not, be happy when someone exposes you for that. Okay, gaming on base in Holsworthy. Holy shit, you remember my boy. You remember. Jesus Christ. For those who don't know, Holsworthy, that's a military base here in Sydney. I was actually posted to this location. But yeah, I did play World of Warcraft. That's when I started. That's basically when the gaming crack started. But it really kicked off when I moved to another location called Singleton, which is where they basically train the infantry, and I was the only signals person there. And for those who don't know the difference, okay, infantry dumb, they have machine gun, they just shoot, okay? Signals person, he's less dumb, he got radio on back, and he gets shot first because he's the most important line of communication. So I was like one of the only signals guys out there, and because I was one of the only, tech people on a base filled with infantry guys, I basically hooked everyone up with World of Warcraft. And then we would work during the day, doing our military shit. We'd all come home, and then we'd have a raid, like, online, military style, okay? Like, we'd go out PvP raid in the world, going out there, fucking using all the military tactics that we'd been, like, trained on, okay? Paid by the taxpayer, Australian taxpayer, went to, basically gaming. Okay, what the fuck is a YouTuber? I'm still trying to figure that one. Hey, Oriental! Hello! I'm so looking forward to meeting you one day, Oriental, and I'm really, really looking forward to figuring out if you're actually taller or shorter than me. I have a suspicion that I'm going to be looking up like this and I'm going to have neck problems. Okay, what do we got next? If Sesame Street copyright strike you, it's GG well played. Yeah, I actually do have concerns about that, okay? Because, like, at the moment, I'm just a small-ass nobody. Like, well, fucking 34k subs, so they don't give a shit. But imagine if I, potentially one day got to 1 million subs and Elmo's sitting there, and I receive a letter, and the letter's like, dispose of Elmo, or you're sued. Like, I'm gonna have to turn to Elmo and be like, bro, it was a good run, But they gave us one knife, and they said one of us had to go. And I ain't going for you, my man. I ain't going for you. I got things to live for. What the fuck do you have? You just sit in the corner staring at me judgmentally. Okay, So, Evildea is an old game tag. Yep, that's totally it. I thought Evildea was your Chinese evil goddess wife. That is probably also true. Are there any slurs in Esperanto we should know? Oh. Yes. Yes, there's definitely slurs, and because Esperanto is a language that was born in 1887, let's just say some of those slurs that are, the N-word in English, they also exist in Esperanto. They're just not used because modern Esperanto speakers are generally really towards more the left-hand side of politics overall, okay? So they won't be rocking those things, but I was reading an old Esperanto book the other day, and it dropped the N-word, right in there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just keep reading. Okay, so... yep, that's my channel name, complete by mistake. I thought for a long time about this name for my channel where I learned Russian, but now I'm thinking of changing it because Russians don't seem to totally get it. Sir Soyanka. Yeah, see, my first thought when I'm looking at your name, bro, is, it's about yanking on soy or something. I don't know. I'm guessing that's Russian. Okay, what else we got? Bored back to writing my book. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. We were friends, but we're not anymore. Okay. Hello from Adelaide. Adelaide. Okay, what languages are you speaking down there in Adelaide? Well, obviously you guys speak English. I know you're still in Australia, but are you from the Esperanto community down there, or are you a actual language person? Okay, celebs in chat. Yes, Oriental Pearl is in chat. She keeps a close eye on me. She looks at me like I'm kind of like this wild child, and every now and then when she needs me to be sicked on someone, she's like Evildea, and then I run and I bite. No, I'm joking. The reason I say that is because I get so many hate comments from the whole abroad in Japan versus Oriental Pearl debate, where they're basically like, oh, you're just Oriental Pearl's lackey. But anyway, let's keep going. Evildea's English is pretty good for an Esperanto speaker. I've worked at it for quite a while, my man. It's 38 years of practice, 38. Holy shit, it's not 30. Yeah, it's only 38 for... 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Fuck, bro. 7 days from now is my birthday. Okay, we'll be in Sydney in May. I'm only 166 centimeters. Yes, I'm taller than you. Actually, the funny thing is, I got a pretty funny story about that. My whole life, I thought I was 175 centimeters because that's what they measured me in the army, and obviously I reached the pinnacle of my growth at that point, okay? And I believe I was 175 centimeters. And then a couple of years ago, I went to the gym before I actually hurt my back. And they did this whole program where they'd weigh you and figure out, your actual fat content and everything, measure you. And they're like, oh yeah, you're 174 centimeters. And I was like, no, I'm 175. And they're like, you're 174. And I just went for this whole moment of no, you can't just take a centimeter away from me, bro. I need that centimeter. Okay, yes, Elmo is gonna be disposed of. Tokipona native speaker. I have heard that there've been attempts, but I don't know of anyone who's actually successfully done it. It's the same with Klingon. There was an attempt at a Klingon native speaker, but it didn't stick. Out of constructed languages, and this could get pretty, controversial in a lot of ways. I'm not going to say political, but controversial, because, what is a constructed language? Is Hebrew a constructed language? Because obviously it's a reconstructed language, but it was also kind of living, but it was also massively artificially expanded, with the founding of Israel. But, if you're talking pure constructed languages, Esperanto is the only one with, native speakers, which is kind of crazy, that I know of, okay? But I'm assuming... See, the problem with Tokipona is that I don't think it would be it would be capable of having enough nuance. Basically, you just be saying these massively long sentences for the most simple stuff. Snack says, "Saluton, snack. Do you have any food for me? You're making me hungry. It's friggin' 11:19 at night. I'm trying to watch my weight. What, live swoon? Yes, we are live. What's up, big bro? I'm a bit thinner, bro, now, I guess I'm big in some other ways, but can I just say, I love the new bald look, suits you very well, much better than before. Bro, do you know how hard it is to maintain this? For me, it's so easy, obviously, it's gone. But in the Chinese community, and my wife is Chinese, okay, this is prisoner look. This is street gang look. This is stay away from look, okay? You're Chinese girls, they like their men to look here with lots of hair. Let's just say they like lots of hair here, okay? And when this came off, There was almost marriage counseling involved after that one. She was not happy. And like the first time I shaved it off, she's like, "You're gonna let it grow back, right? This is just a phase, right?" And I was like, I kind of like it. And she's like, "Can you at least like just let it grow back for when we go back to China? Because I'm going to China in about a month." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, I have an image to maintain in the family." I was like, ah. So if you guys see it like expand out and drop out a little bit over the next month, it's because I'm making sacrifices, but we'll have to see, okay? But personally, I love it because like I don't have to maintain it. The worst part with a comb over is maintaining it. You know how annoying it is? You get it all nicely, you like laid out and you're like, "Yeah, bro, got the comb, it's looking kind of sick." You walk outside and you're like, it's all backwards out the back and you look like a peacock and you're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, bro." And you push it down and then it's just like back again and yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's just so much easier like this. I just wish I could grab the beard and just rotate it around. I'd just solve all my problems right there. Okay. What do we got? Hey, Dale! What's up, my bro? 7 days, exact my dude. Dale is, he's my best mate, Esperanto speaker here in Sydney. He's actually doing an Auslan course right now. Just started out. I kind of envy him for that. I did want to do it, but fucking, I do enough bloody things in my life, bro. I'm learning Spanish, Chinese, fucking... I also randomly experiment with languages all the time. I'm so bad for that. Like, I'm sure you guys are like that as well. Like, you've got dedicated languages you're learning, and then for some reason you're like, today is going to be, I don't know, let's say Persian Day, because Persian's a popular one at the moment, right, guys? But you're like, today's gonna be a Persian Day. And then you just start doing Persian, and you're like, you just burnt 2 hours of your life on this, and you're like, I'm not even gonna fucking learn this. Why am I doing this? Like, I should have put that 2 hours towards whatever language I'm actually going to learn. But then you're like, yeah, but it's like it's like going out to a restaurant, you know? Sometimes you just get sick of eating the same goddamn shit over and over, and you want to eat the squiggly noodle language, okay? And the squiggly noodle language, it looks different, and it's quite good. And then you take a bite out of it, and you're like, fucking hell, this one, it's got a lot of oomph to it. I'm not sure if I can handle the squiggly noodle language. Okay. See, you're actually been learning English for longer than Victor's been learning Portuguese. I heard old mate Victor's... No, I don't want to drop that one just yet. We'll hold that one for a future. Okay, so Sir Soyanka means cheese, sir, a pun. And Soyanka is a kind of sour soup. It's just a goofy food-related name, literally no deep meaning to it. That's right, bro. Like, most names have got no deep meaning to it. Okay, you can check the guy, Arson, it seems Meth is pretty... Is he the... I think I have. Is he the guy who, basically, he does all the English stuff with the scripts? I'm pretty sure I've done a react to him. I may be completely missing it, okay? But if it's the guy who does all the English scripts and he's Turkish, I've probably 2 or 3 reacts to him over the years. Okay, so Jizz is back in the chat. One cannot truly have Tokipona as one's native language. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hello, Evildea. Hello, chat. Hello to you. No hair pulling for you. I got some good stories about hair pulling, but it's not that type of hair pulling. Let's keep going down. Bro, you skipped my first comment. Birthday ribs revoked. Oh, bro, no, I need the ribs. The ribs are fucking king. How are we looking in chat? What do we got? We're actually going up in people watching right now, which means that clearly my random ramblings are keeping you guys engaged long enough. I sometimes wonder, like, you know, do I just ramble and you're just like, what the fuck's he on about? Why am I even here? What am I doing? Okay. Tiberius says, languages are rabbit holes for sure. I made a video about this like a long time ago in Esperanto. It's somewhere on my goddamn channel. What am I showing my whole? Yeah, it might be here. Okay, let's just go in here. I think it was like called language support. Oh, by the way, that one's for members. Okay, so I've already dropped the video for members. If you're a member, you can watch that one. Otherwise, you gotta wait until tomorrow. And I will be doing a lot more stuff for members, and we'll talk about that later on in the stream when I get flustered with shit. Okay, what was the name? I have no idea what the video was, but basically, there needs to be a support group. You know how you got like Alcoholics Anonymous? Yeah, it's anonymous. Okay, so you got Alcoholics Anonymous. We need like Linguaholics Anonymous, because sometimes it's just like you go down a dark spiral of language after language, and you're like, bro, I gotta pull back, otherwise I'm gonna turn into a hyperpolyglot. And in fact, I was talking with my video editor today about some possible ideas for, series and stuff that I could do on the channel, and he's like, nah, don't do that, bro. And I was like, why not? And he's like, are you trying to be a hyper polyglot? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get stuck down that path if you do that, and then you're gonna be like shit at everything. And I'm like, I'm already shit at everything. But anyway, yeah, it is a problem. Okay, we got Craig back in chat. So you're not reading your book. You fucking lied. You said you were gonna go off and read your book, but you came wiggling your wormy ass all the way back to Evildea's chat. You could not help yourself. Hey, Sydney Esperantis, I'm staying at the Esperantis house in a couple of months. Get in touch. Okay, well, I'll have Elmo ready with the knife and pitchforks. Okay, you sound almost like native in EN. Yes, I am native in EN. Okay, so Dale has responded. He said, the Auslan course is sick, by the way. For those who don't know what Auslan is, it's the Australian Sign Language. Fully immersive, direct method. If we've got a question, we sign it and we learn to answer in sign. Already learned so much. I only know a couple of signs in Auslan. Well, one in international saying as well. Pretty much everything I know is how to say the word PDF person in like the different sign languages. The reason I know that is because that's the only word the Auslan guys here would ever teach me. I don't know why, but like I know that one in international sign and Auslan. Okay, so we've got from Holiday 21, more satisfying, rewarding experience learning Esperanto or Chinese. That's a hard one. That's an interesting one because so I learned Chinese for family reasons. Culturally, I was not really that interested in it. Like, okay, so if you take a step back to when Evildea was younger, okay, in school I actually learned Japanese. Now I say the word learnt Japanese, but what I actually did was spend 4 years in class learning absolutely nothing, being the only guy in class, thinking that somehow this would help me with the other girls in class. Come on, I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, look, well, we've got a freaking, a terrible Evildea over here, sexist or whatever. But guys, I was like pumped up on hormones, and this was the only class where there was no other guys. There was no competition. I still failed. Okay, but anyway, like both the class and with the girls. But anyway, so like I learned Japanese for 4 years. And I always imagined that when I would get back into languages one day, that I would learn Japanese. And, I've always had an interest for that part of the world, because of my experiences going to Japan, which I made a video about in the past. I guess I should summarize it, because you guys have not seen all my videos. Like, how many videos do I have? 1K videos. Jesus Christ. You loser, bro. You made 1K videos. God, you love yourself. Okay, so I went to Japan when I was 12 years old as part of like a, what do you call it? It's like some school excursion. It's like where you go over there and you stay over there with a family or whatever. So I went over there. I stayed over there with a family, but because my entire class was girls learning Japanese and I was the only boy, they sent us over there. And at the time, Japanese schools were like, the gender segregated, okay? So you had like girls' schools and boys' schools, which you have that in Australia, but pretty much everyone just goes to the public schools, which is fully mixed in. So anyway, when we went over there, they're like, we can't just drop this poor white boy all by himself alone in a school with, a bunch of Japanese boys. He hasn't got anyone that he knows around. So they sent me to the all-girls school. Bro, I was in an anime. I was surrounded by just Japanese girls for like 3 days, all wanting to practice their English, and this was the moment I decided that I was happy to be a tutor for life, okay? And it's also when I realized that I like this part of the world. So, when I went back into the dating market, down the line, and I met my wife, I was not so culturally smart about these things, and I she wasn't Japanese, she was Chinese, and apparently those languages are quite different. I learned a lot about languages after that point. Okay, let's go have a few more comments in chat. Okay. So are we sharing chat? Yeah, cool. So we've got here again. I'm learning Japanese. Have been grinding for 3 years and Italian 7 years, but I feel like I might want to start. Is that Norwegian? Like English, bro. Okay, hard to restrain myself to get Japanese up there first. Yeah, it's one language is, if you're dedicated, possible. 2 languages, bro, you got to be really dedicated. More than that, you're just asking for trouble. Like, you're now trading your life for languages, okay? Isn't Auslan the line from Narnia? Yeah, and you saw it signing in Narnia, right? It does the rah, that's it saying hello. Okay, just call me Jiddy, pronounce Jiddy. I like it. Okay, let's get a few new comments in here. Writing an Esperanto book, not reading. Oh, okay. Well, I forgive you now, Craig. That's good. We need more writers. I probably will never read your book though. I'm terrible for reading. Okay, do you have cicada noises in Australia this year? Well, I'm in Sydney now, and here I have not heard them. But like when I was living in the countryside with my family, bro, they would go off when they went off. It was crazy. Last year it was such a delight watching auto expert John Cadogan, very calming to fall asleep to all the cicada noises. I was wondering where the fuck that was going. I was like, who's John? Is he a hyper polyglot? Should I be exposing him? Let's go search him. You know. Okay, Japanese will be your next language again. Okay, well, it's decided, guys. Oriental Pearl has made the call. There's nothing I can do at this point. I don't want to get cancelled by her. Okay, you got to go back and conquer Japanese to heal your inner child or some shit. Yeah, but the funny thing is, my wife, because, you know, obviously my Japanese experiences, she's like, why you want to learn Japanese? What's going on here? Like, are you going to go to Japan? Relive your childhood memories? And I'm like, no, it's great because they've got all this drama in the Japanese community. It makes for fucking fantastic content. And she's like, the fuck, you're gonna learn a language for drama? And I'm like, fucking people do other shit for worse reasons, like, right? Yeah. Okay, next Steve says, didn't know you did lives, yay, love your content, currently learning Chinese. Oh, you are in for a world of hurt, my man. Welcome to the world of suffering. Smart Nima. Hey, Evildea. People say I should learn Dutch so I can do German later, but I'm thinking about Russian. What do I do? I'm in Iran. Well, what? Okay. See, you can approach this in many different ways. You know, like learning Dutch to learn German later. Like, I feel like personally you should probably just go directly to German. Like, yeah, sure, Dutch. Well, actually, you're in Iran, you speak English. Okay, Dutch probably will be a little bit easier, but you might as well just go straight to German if that's like your end goal. But then but I'm thinking about Russian, okay? So is this like a three-way? You're debating which one to go with type of thing? You're a bit confused about what relationship you want to get into? I think you need to sit down, figure out what you're looking for in a language, you know. Do you want one that's it's going to beat you over the head with some really weird-looking letters? Or do you want one that's going to beat you over the head with some other really weird-looking letters? It's, you know, make your choice based on that. Like, I know a lot of people in the Esperanto community, they promote the idea that, you know, if you've never learned a language, learn Esperanto first, because it's the easiest language, and then that will open you up to learning how to learn languages. And, yeah, that's true in a lot of ways, but, like, if you have an actual desire to learn a specific language, I'd say just knuckle down and try for that one. Like learning a language is going to take you so fucking long. Like, then you're going to, like, basically double your time, basically, there. Okay, whoa, shit, almost deleted someone's comment. Stop doing that. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, so, Jennifer, Spanish. I studied Japanese for about a year in college. Then why are you Jennifer Spanish? You should be Jennifer Japanese. My Italian great aunt, native Italian speaker, also learned Latin and English, taught English to Japanese students in the territory of Hawaii in 1950s. I did a react to a Japanese, what was that, wartime video? It's in here somewhere. The only reason I'm thinking about that is because I'm seeing 1950s, you know, post-World War II, and then I'm like, oh, that just reminds me of that Japanese war video I did. My brain's a little bit scattered like that. I don't know where it's going. Do you know where Lithuania is? Okay, let's see. Let's pull up some maps. Google Maps, okay? Generally, I'm pretty good with geography. Okay, so let's... Okay, so here we go. We got the map. You guys can all see this, right? Okay, so Lithuania. Now, I'm looking at Europe. I know it's in Europe. I think it's to the northeastern part of Europe, so I'm going to zoom into the northeast. Yes! Yes! Oh my god! El Dios de Geography! Yeah, see? You guys can't trick me up with your Lithuania. Yeah, that's right. I see. I'm pretty good with geography overall. It's one of those things, I guess. Okay. Giddy is an English word, man, and that's not how it's pronounced. B1 indeed. Yeah, I know. I've actually thought about, you know, my editor suggested this. He suggested that I actually go do an IELTS test. So for those who don't know, that's like a test to test, you know, how good your English is. It's generally for people, you know, immigrating to an English country or they need a job. A lot of you will know what I'm talking about, but for those who don't, okay. Yeah, I've thought about it. I've legit thought about it. It'd probably make for great content. What do you guys think? Like, but the problem is, it's also fucking costly. Like, I looked at the cost of it previously and I was like, are you shitting me? This is rot. This is a complete and utter rot. How expensive it was. I don't know what the prices are right now. The most important Hindi sentence. Okay, let me try read this. That looks like a YFD. YFDF. AUL. Pot plant. I'm sorry, I can't read this. He goes, you will read it. Okay, this is the Esperanto book, guys. We're back to the Esperanto book. You will read it because it has pictures. Oh, okay, that's good. I need pictures. I'm a simple man, you know. Gotta learn Frisian. Oh. You know, I am a terrible one for wanting to learn. Like, I don't want to insult the speakers, okay, of this language, but I am a terrible one for always trying to, or thinking about learning, essentially, the most useless of languages for me, okay? So, if you tell me that a language has barely any speakers, no one cares about it, in fact, it's probably hated by the other people in its country, I am suddenly super interested and wanting to learn that language. I don't know why my brain operates like that. Like, it's random as. And I actually, I had a conversation about this with someone in my last video regarding Aboriginal languages in Australia, because there's a common thing in the YouTube polyglot community where some people will push back against YouTubers and they're like, they all just learn the most common, you know, European Romance languages, or maybe Japanese or Chinese, you know, type of thing. No one goes and learns an indigenous language, therefore you guys are all terrible humans. Like, they say this type of stuff, okay? Like, it's obviously a very small minority. But the funny thing is, twice in my life, I have tried to learn an Australian indigenous language, an Aboriginal language, okay? Now, the first time was when I was young. I was in high school. And I went to, if we zoom out of this map, okay, and we go over to Queensland. So this is Queensland. There is a town up here, right next to Millamilla, which is called Ravensall. It's an all Aboriginal community. And I went to school there when I was in high school. And they actually taught the local Aboriginal language there in class. Now, I can't remember how much. Like, I don't know if it's just individual words or if it was literally the language. But the problem was, locally, they would not allow me to take it. So I had to, when I was a kid, and I did not understand this, okay? I was in the class. I was one of the only white boys in this class of all Aboriginals. Every time the language class would happen, they asked me to step out and stand in the hallway and wait until the class was over because I was not of the community, so I was not allowed to learn that language. And at the time, actually, that kind of cut deep in a lot of ways because I felt kind of like an outcast that I wasn't able to, you know, take part in this thing. And I also was fascinated in languages, even from that young age. I knew there was something about them that I just, like, to me, it was almost like magic. Like, you're speaking these magical words, and then other people speak magical words, and somehow they're magically understanding each other. So I was always interested, and yet I was rejected. And then after I learned Esperanto to fluency, I actually then I was thinking about the next languages to learn, and I'm pretty sure this was before I met my wife, okay, so obviously Chinese came on the table. And I believe I was still in the military at this stage. And I remember reading an article about Aboriginal language being revived down here in Tasmania. I think it was Flinders Island, I'm pretty sure, that the article was about, that they'd reviving the language there because there was no native speakers that left anymore. In fact, they were building it based off of linguistic studies and stuff like that. And in the article, they put out like a call for people to learn the language, okay? And I reached out to them, and the first thing they asked me is, am I of Aboriginal heritage? And I was like, no, I'm not. And they're like, well, then, sorry, you can't learn it. The only people who can learn it at this time in history, not in history, but at this time, is people of Aboriginal heritage. So I was rejected. And then after I was like, oh, okay. And then I just, I learned Chinese. Now I've got Japanese as my next one, most likely, because that's going to be the best for content and also many other different reasons. Okay, there's a lot of comments. Okay, so I should load docs by Google Maps. It's all good. It's all good. I don't care. If you come here looking for me, bro, you'd have to be an idiot, eh? Like, you're just standing outside my door. I'm here for Evildea, and I'm like, well, bro, welcome to the bedroom. Me and Elmo have been waiting for you. You must be a hardcore fan. I'm going to give you the full Evildea experience. Okay, anyway, what do we got? My great-great-grandfather was Lithuanian and Ukrainian. Oh, this is Jennifer Spanish, who's actually Jennifer Japanese. He had to have been polyglot too. Yeah, that's always a funny thing, is like, you know, some of the best polyglots are just people, you know, who were just born with multiple languages. And then you got people like me who've created entire YouTube channels about language learning. And I'm probably the shittest person at languages in the language learning community. Like, I got one language at fluent, you know, like my Chinese it's getting there, but like I can't claim that one, you know, it's still probably just a B1 level. And yet you've got someone who just lives literally right next door from India. He probably speaks like 3 or 4 languages, okay, and doesn't give a shit about any of them. Anyway, let's keep going. Evildea bombing the English test and getting deported from his own country would make a banger video, to be honest. I'm half tempted. I made a joke in one of my previous videos, and I've always got to be careful with my jokes because I know the political situation over in America it's pretty hot. But I made a joke about, you know, seeing if I could, once I got my Spanish pretty good, then try and sneak into America. You know, see if I could get across the border with the immigrants. But then I was like, that's probably a bad idea because maybe one day I'll want to go to a YouTube event and then I'd be barred from the country for life. But fuck, boy, would that make for great content. Where are you from? I am from Argentina. But I'm actually Australian. Okay, let's go. Next one. Random fact. Welsh is spoken by one town in Argentina. After you finish learning Argentinian Spanish, you would learn Argentinian Welsh. Surely the most Evildea thing to do. Yeah, that probably would be something I would do. But you know, the funny thing is, as a YouTuber, I also have to be a little bit smart about these things. Like there's languages that people are searching for, you know, like French. Fucking French, bro. But like all these types of languages, and the smart thing would be to learn those languages, okay? Because then lots more people are going to come to my channel, engage in my community, you know, have a good time. Basically, sit here at 11:41 at night, you know, bitching about languages. Like, that would be the smart thing to do. But I'm not a very smart person, and that really does interest me. Like, I legitimately could see myself one day specializing in the most stupidest random language, you know what I mean? Okay. I can recognize the mirror person from Discord. The mirror person? Is there a fucking mirror around here? Bro, I feel like you just entered into a horror movie or some shit. Okay. Next up, we got Brenton as a... Oh, Brenton. I thought you were talking about a person. You know, old mate Brenton over there. I'd like to learn because it's useless and the country hates it. That's more than enough reason to learn it. Okay. Hello, Evildea. Minaniam antawa aldis vin en la Anglan. En la Anglan! Bro, accusative case. Accusative case. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Okay, learning experience. Okay, what do we got? What the fuck? Language oppression. Yeah, no, that's obviously a real thing that happens all the time, and it's not always the government that does language oppression. It's even sometimes the language communities themselves that do language oppression against their own goddamn language or people who are interested in it. Okay, while I'm going back to my Spanish grind. Good work, Jennifer Spanish, who's actually Jennifer Japanese. Okay, how easy is it for you to understand Chinese dialects? Oh, that is so hit and miss. You know, funnily enough, tonight my wife was watching one of those Chinese dating shows. They're like really popular in China, okay? Where they bring on like guys and then the guys like talk about themselves, their net worth, their height, all that type of stuff. And the girls are like bam, 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 you know, type of thing. But for these types of dating shows, they love to bring on foreigners who speak Chinese, okay? And this white guy came on and he was speaking Chinese. And I understood absolutely everything, okay? And the reason is because, have you guys noticed this? Maybe it's easier for you to understand someone from your own native language speaking that other language. I don't know why. It's just easier for you to hear them speaking that language as opposed to a native speaker speaking that language. So like, I was listening to him, understood perfectly fine. My wife was talking with me in Chinese, understood her fine. And then my father-in-law was over there speaking and I'm like, what the fuck's he saying? Can you translate? And all she would say is exactly what he said, but then I would understand it because he's just got like a stronger local dialect type of thing. You know, it's not even really a local dialect, it's just different, you know what I mean? And when it comes to China, okay, so everyone who learns Chinese, if you're learning from the standard books, you're going to get the Beijing dialect basically up here. That's the standard dialect, okay? And it's also kind of replicated in some parts of Taiwan. But then if you're watching all the comprehensible input YouTubers, most of them are from like this region around the southish, I've noticed. But if you travel to this region, right around here, Chongqing, basically, That's very difficult to understand. It's very difficult. In fact, my wife would often say to, speakers there, 说普通话, which means, speak standard Chinese. And they would look at her confused because they think they are speaking standard Chinese, but they ain't. So yeah, it's very hit and miss. It really depends where the person's from and how much I'm used to them type of thing. And then also how complex their speech is. My wife loves to just chuck as many idioms into her conversation because she was like a literature major in China or whatever, okay? So she's like a walking poet, basically. And it just fucks me over completely because like every single thing is a goddamn idiom. And then I feel like I'm stupid, and then I'll speak to someone who's like, my level of stupid but Chinese stupid, and I'll be like, oh wow, we understand each other. This is fucking amazing. Anyway, let's keep going. What do we got? We've got Philip1922. I hope that's not your age, Philip. Is it your age? Bro, you've seen rough worlds go by. I am doing Japanese CI only, and funnily, dialects feel quite comprehensible or easy. This is actually something true with the ALG method, the automatic language growth method that I've been doing, is that dialects, like for example with Spanish, I've seen people talk about, what was it, Language Sim. He made like the whole thing about, struggling to understand all these dialects, okay? But I understand them all at the same level. Like my level's not great, but to me, they don't sound that different. And I think it's just because that's all I've done with that. So I think the solution, obviously it's the solution. It's just more input when it comes to dialects and stuff. You just got to slowly get used to it. So we got LDM tag. Oh, okay, I see you was a big buff military man, hence the success with the ladies. You know what's so funny about the military time, okay? So this is so awkward, by the way. Okay, so my brother and I, we almost look like twins in some ways, and we both went through the military. And when you go through your initial training, you get like these photos at the end. This is you at your peak, pinnacle, everything, okay? You are sharp, you've got the uniforms ironed down, it's great, your body's ripped, you're on point, okay? And you get this photo and it looks bloody amazing, okay? And I got them, my brother got them, and then when I got married to my wife, my photos and everything, I don't keep them because I'm not like a photo person, so I just gave them to my mum. And then when I got married to my wife met my mum, and my mum gave my photos to my wife, okay? So because my wife loves to have photos around the house, and she'd hang them up, and I would never look at them, okay? Never look at them. And every now and then my wife would look at them and go, why don't you look like this anymore? One day after 3 years, I decided just randomly to look up this photo. I looked at it, it wasn't even my photo, it was my brother. My wife had been drooling over my fucking brother for 3 years, bro. My mum I don't recognize us or something. My brother gave the wrong photos to my wife and had been hanging in my house, and my wife's like, God damn, you were good back in the day. Okay, let's get a few more in here. Okay, so Adam Fluency. What are you fluent in, my man? Are you prepared to put that to paper? What are your language levels? Okay, anyway, Adam Fluency. Elmo looks like he's in a huff, offended by the clickbait title using his good name. Oh, I'm sorry, Elmo, you want to eat? You're the one who's constantly wanting to fucking eat, bro. You gotta earn your keep. Okay, we've got Chris over here. Yes, I think in general for me, it is easier to understand most foreigners speaking any other language. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's very interesting. Okay, we'll jump down. I'll see if I can spot some new names. Philip 1922, message redacted. Was that your birth year, my man? Okay, well, we've got LDM tag. For me, it's easy to understand even some UK accents compared to Russians trying too much to sound natural in English. Don't even get me started on English accents, bro. I've had some great experiences with English accents, as you know. Francis Bell. Hey, Francis! I have noticed when I have been to Japan that I understand women from Tokyo much more than men or anyone from somewhere other than Tokyo. Perhaps this is because my teacher is female and from Tokyo. Yeah, I would say that's probably legitimately it, eh? It's just, you just get used to them so much. Ruslan Kokorin 281 says Sal Kielvi. Hello, how are you? Mia sestre bone, dankon protio. Okay, next we've got Ashley. I'm American. Russian is the next language I'd like to learn. Some people here are just jerks, lol. Yep. That is so true. There's jerks everywhere. We all know about that. Okay, we've got, well, let's say, okay. Helen Kistler. I have to use the slowed down playback for some videos before I can understand the language being spoken. I never do that because I feel like it's artificial. I'm not saying it's a bad technique. It's just, to me, I don't like how it sounds more stretched. I would just rather watch a more simple video. But, you know, that's a great suggestion for anyone who's interested in it. In fact, when it comes to my native language, I'll watch nearly everything on 1.5 to 2 times speed. Because when I watch anyone on normal speed, I'm like, God, this guy's fucking processing slow. Jesus, bro, overclock yourself. Like, come on, this is too... I got time, you know? Well, I haven't got time. I need more time. Okay, what do we got down here? Why all women always ask, why don't you look like that anymore? My ex cheated and broke up with me over that. Oh, bruh, that's terrible. That's so sad. Sorry to hear that, my bro. Gives you more time to learn languages, though. Replace them with a language. Or him. What was it? Him or her. Whatever. Replace them with a language. You know? Bury yourself in that. Okay, Nicholas Shanks. We're gonna get done. Fluent in BS. That is probably... I got a C2 in that shit. Okay, what do we got? Holiday 21. Hey, Evildea, I speak 97 languages fluently. Editor. Grab him. Take him out back. Okay, what do we got now? Plumber 2. Hello, Evildea. Please give me a... Dirum. I'm guessing I got that. That was perfectly fine. Okay, next we have, I once had a student who watched even films at 1. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, 1.5. Okay. Well, 1.5. Imagine watching a film at 1.5. Like, you mean like a Hollywood film at 1.5? Okay, now that would feel weird. That would definitely feel weird. Okay. Drop Japanese, Esperanto, Chinese, Spanish. Let's go Russian speedrun. Please don't tempt me. Please don't tempt me. I've already got too many languages on plate. We're up to fucking 99 people in the chat, bros. We need one more. Someone wake up their grandma. Get them on the chat. I want to break that 100. I've never seen that many people in a live chat. Well, I've never had a live chat before, so clearly I haven't seen that many people. But, like, I want to see 100. Okay, let's keep going. Adam Fluency. How do you practice your speaking? Do you use AI apps? What about fluency prompts? I can literally just show you, bro. Let me just open up my Anki. I go through different phases. Actually, in fact, I have many different ways that I practice my speaking. Okay, I'm gonna open up Anki. It's probably way out of date on this computer because this is like my streaming programming computer. It's not my... Which one is it? One of these decks I definitely do not want to open up. Please be Richard. If not, we're gonna close this one real quick. Okay, no, okay, this is the correct one. Foreign transcribed. Yeah, this deck is so out of date. Okay, let me just put that there. No one saw what was there. What was there, actually? Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. Okay, so basically, there's a couple of different ways that you can practice your speaking. And the two... Okay, so I'll show you the first one, okay. So what I'll do is I'll just create a random card. Okay, so what we've got here, this is obviously Anki. It's a program. It's a flashcard program that uses spaced repetition. You guys have probably all seen this before. Maybe I'll move this over to the right because, like, I don't want it to get blocked. Okay, so you've got this thing called a close. Okay, so what you would do is you'd put the sentence in here that you want to... You're trying to practice the structure of, because that's what I like to do when I'm practicing sentences. Okay, and I'll use an Esperanto sentence. Let's say what's something I could practice in Esperanto that's simple enough for you to understand. Okay. Vi mankas al mi, okay? Which means you're lacking to me or I miss you type of thing. So if you wanted to practice this structure, okay, what you would do is you're going to do this and you're going to basically hit this close button. And now if I go, where's the preview field? There's a preview field on my phone. But anyway, what it will do is this card will basically... This part will be hidden, and you can even give yourself a little hint. This is a cool little thing. You can go, put 2 dots there and just say 2. And then when you see this sentence, you notice there's no English here. I've hidden the part that can only be realistically replaced with one other word. And it makes me, when I see this card pop up, say, V mankas, and then I have to fill in the space. Al mi, okay? And that allows your brain to basically... If you're looking at it in game programming or programming terms, to basically find the shortest path possible to your target. okay? And then basically reinforce that path in your brain, because every time you see this card, you're going to be like, oh, okay, V Monkus, okay, what came next? I'll, me, okay? And then one day when you finally use this specific structure, you're just going to say that because you've said it so many times before. Now that is one way. A second way is, and I'll show you with a recent Chinese one I've got, because I blow away my decks all the time. This is something a lot of like people don't do. This is, by the way, guys, like I actually did my cards today. I don't know why it's showing this. Oh, it's because it's on my phone. What a lot of people do is they think they need to maintain their decks. No, you don't need to. You can just delete your decks when you're done with them, okay? Or like when you feel like you know the words in that deck, fine. Like don't feel like you have to be attached to your decks. But if I go to, I don't even have the deck on here. What the hell? Okay, so basically what I would do is, let's say in Chinese, the other day I was practicing a structure about watering grass, okay? Because in English you would say, I'm going to water the grass, okay? Now in Chinese, if I just bring up a Google Translate, I literally use Google Translate as a keyboard. So the actual sentence in Chinese would be, war, and then you'd go, yao, and that means, so war is I, yao is going to or intend to or will. It's got many different meanings, okay? And then gay is to give, okay? 草坪 means basically the lawn, and then you go 浇水, which is to water. So you notice the structure there, it's nothing like English, okay? So what I will do is I'll create one sentence that's like this, so I'll see the English on the front, and then I'll have to remember the back, but then I'll create a second sentence, okay? One where instead of saying going to, I'll replace it with have to. And then that means this part here, you know, will get replaced with the have to equivalent. And what this does, when you see these two cards, you can't really memorize the cards per se, because the two cards are very similar. There's only a slight difference between them. So you actually have to read the card. So you'll read the card and go, okay, so I'm using this structure. And then your brain will learn, okay, so the structure is generally 我, I, and then the rest of the structure, okay? And then this part will be swapped out. And when you get good at swapping out this part with the different components, so yao and day, then you can actually work on swapping out, say, the lawn. Maybe you're gonna, the flower bed, okay? And you can try doing that. But you're gonna reuse the same structures over and over and over. And that way your brain actually, you're basically teaching your brain the patterns. That's what you're doing. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So I'll just close that one off. Let's go down here. Super chat, and he'll show you forbidden deck. Yeah, I've got a few decks in there. Okay, let's go. Okay, honestly though, Evildea, I have a crazy plan to learn 15 languages out of interest, and if you want to investigate me when I got those down, then sure, why not? You know, okay, so I do want to talk about a little bit about the investigations, because I see it on Reddit all the time. Like if I search my own name on Reddit, because obviously, you know, every YouTuber does it. They'll be like, what are people saying about me? And you'll go on Reddit and you're like, oh, fuck man, they really don't like me over there. But like, a lot of people think that all I do with investigations is just go out there and shit on people. That's all I do, okay? But the way an investigation works is we look at your claims, and if your claims match what you say, that's it. Good work. You end up in the positive list on my channel. So if you go to my channel, okay, and we go to the home section right here, you've got polyglot investigations, that's overall. Positive polyglot investigations. Look, I'm in the positives, guy. I'm a positive. But anyway, so you've got these positive ones over here. See, I've got a bunch of positive ones. These are ones where the person's specific claims matched up to their actual fucking abilities. So the whole point behind this is that I can look at these people and go, I can trust these people. You know, if they do sell something, I can trust that they've at least achieved what they say they've achieved. And the neutral ones, okay, these people are generally hyperbolic in some way. It's not too bad, okay? But there's definitely some hyperbole going on in there. And sometimes a hyperbole can be like only in one specific aspect. Like, you know, Kazoo Languages, overall, really great guy, you know, doesn't claim too much, anything insane. Although he got fucked over by his own publisher because his book claims that he's a master in all these languages, and that book was selling over in Japan, pretty much everywhere, okay? So that's why he ended up in the neutral category. If it wasn't for the book, he'd be up in the positives. But then you've got others in here who they're more skating the edge, like Actually, no. Well, maybe Aikina. Aikina's skating the edge. He could have went into the negative section. And then we got the negatives, and this is what everyone comes for, and what everyone thinks I'm all about. I'm just the negative investigations, okay? Look at this. I love this one right here, okay? This hyperpolyglot is a fraud. 1.2 million views. This one, I'm the guy. You know how many comments I get on that video saying, I thought you were the fraud. I thought you were the fraud. But the thing is, I don't want to change the thumbnail because just changing the thumbnail may kill the video. And that video is still raging to this day. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'll be the fraud. I'll be the fraud. And then you click on the video and you'll find out it was all a conspiracy theory, my man. I wasn't actually the fraud. But yeah, that's why I'm still to this day on that video. I do not dare to touch it. Not even like look at the description. In fact, I should roll away from it just in case YouTube decides you've had enough, bro. Because that video, that one's smoking every day. Okay, let's go to the comment section. Dragon Blake 7574. Do you think coming from different English backgrounds makes different languages harder or easier to learn? Because I mean, they have different sounds. Like I think I found Japanese easier because I'm British. Well, this is actually, I think this is true in some ways. Like for example, I've had people following my Dreaming Spanish series who have basically said, I haven't studied any Spanish, and yet I understood what all these like words meant and stuff like this. And then, you know, I'll get into a little conversation down in the comment section, and it turns out that they live in a Spanish area within the US. They're surrounded by Spanish. They hear it. They see it. They don't speak the language. They have no intention of learning the language, okay? But they have been inundated with it quite a lot, to the point where they've probably already done, technically, 50 hours, let's just say, of ALG, because a lot of these guys are like, how could you be at this level at 50 hours? I'm at this at 0. So I think, you know, you are impacted by the languages you're surrounded by, even if you don't actively engage with them. So yeah, I feel like Americans overall, they have a better chance of getting, they have a tiny little head start with Spanish over, say, an Australian, okay? And maybe Australians might have I was gonna say maybe Chinese, but I know there's a lot of Chinese people over in America. Okay, next up, Philip. Have you ever tried to use Squid Game as comprehensible content? It is so overpowered. I wonder what it will... I've thought about it. I did use it for Chinese. But at the time, my Chinese was not quite good enough. Like, there was parts that were completely clear and understood everything, and then parts I didn't. And I hate watching a TV show and not knowing enough to get the gist. Okay, well, the gist. Gisty gist is gist. Okay, so, like, I couldn't do it, okay. But now that you mention it, I might go back and do it for both Spanish and for Chinese, because funnily enough, I've watched 3 seasons now of The Strain on Disney in Spanish, and although I don't understand everything, I understand like 80% of what's going on. Okay, so like I understand the general gist of every conversation, and it's enough for me to actually just sit there and enjoy it. And I think in some ways my Spanish is maybe starting to approach my Chinese in comprehension, okay? Which in some ways is kind of sad for, like, obviously my Chinese, because I've put so much effort into it, and I'm talking listening hours. I've done more Spanish listening hours than Chinese, I would say. Like, yeah, I've actually done so much Spanish listening hours. It's crazy, bro. I could not believe I've managed to do so many. If it wasn't for the fact that I was literally running a goddamn YouTube channel, I don't think I would be able to continue doing that series. Like, the fact that I know every 50 hours I can drop a video and then have you guys come back and give me feedback, and that gives me that little push. Saluto dal Chewy, saluto dal V, mi esperas que vi estas en buon stato. Okay, what we got next? What on earth could you be hiding in your Anki? Bro, I have used Anki for everything through the years. I've used it to remember important facts about my wife. Because I have a terrible memory for everything. I literally terrible memory for everything. And okay, so you know how everyone in programming now, they have like automatic, it fills out like everything code-wise. A few years ago, Unreal Engine, which is a game engine that I work in, okay, you didn't have that, you know, those hints that would pop up. So you literally needed to know the functions that you were calling or where to call them and all that. And people, what they would do is like every single time is they would go search for the code, try like back engineer to find these random functions, okay? And when I first entered into the industry, there was none of these hints for Unreal Engine. I used Anki to memorize probably 300-400 functions. Exactly, including down to their arguments, because we didn't even get the hints for the arguments, okay? It was so shit. And I looked like a fucking senior engineer on day one, and I got promoted so quickly because I was just like, boof, 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 boof. Like, I just smashed it out, okay? And then a few years later, Unreal Engine, you know, caught up with the rest of the industry, and now you've got like all this like automatic filling out of hints and all this type of stuff, and it's that benefit's gone now. But that got me way past my peers in programming. That one thing alone, okay? I've also used it, obviously, for programming to learn about concepts. I've used it for learning just random fucking facts as well. All sorts of stuff. Anki, like, if there was one program in this world that, like, one app that I could have on my phone, I had to delete every other app, including YouTube, I would keep Anki. Like, Anki's that fucking powerful. Now, I know some people hate Anki, and that's fine. I'm not saying you have to go out and love Anki. Like, we're not, you know, getting into a romance over here type of thing. But, like, for me, Anki is so powerful. It has helped me in so many different ways in my life. And the fact that, except for iPhone, it's fucking free is just insane. It's fucking insane that such a good piece of software is generally free, except on iPhone. But the person who produces it on iPhone, I think, is actually the guy who founded it. So I'm more than happy to pay for it. Like, bro, it's paid itself over like 1 billion times. Like, I'm more than happy to pay for it. And I've got the whole, you know, go to the cloud type of thing. As you guys saw, I pulled from the cloud before. Okay, let's, what that person say? Tuned in, instantly heard nerd shit. Okay. 1% of Anki explored. Yeah, we'll get back to Anki, guys. I'm actually thinking today maybe we'll watch some videos once we get past a lot of the questions. Maybe we'll check out some, you know, possible frauds, what they've been up to recently. I'm always kind of curious to see where they're at. Share your Esperanto Anki decks. People, we need them. My Esperanto Anki deck is not going to be useful for you guys. It's actually, now, okay, the new words, not really, okay. Like, this is a card. It's literally 3 pages out of a book, and I just read it. And that's pretty much it. I know that's stupid. You're like, what? You mean you reread the same page out of a book? Like, over and over and over? Yeah, because it's basically comprehensible input. I understand everything, and it helps me to hit those patterns, and I can read through all that. Like, I can read through, I'm guessing, like, well, it must be like 20 pages, you know, within 15 minutes type of thing. In Esperanto, I just like straight through it type of thing. So I literally put pages of books into Anki. And if you were paying attention right then, you know Esperanto, you would have seen Harry Potter in Esperanto. Yes, Harry Potter is available in Esperanto. Sad story. It was never approved for publishing, although it was fully translated into Esperanto. I'm not sure if it was the, what's her name? The actual author, J.K. Rowling. I'm not sure if it was because she was against it or if it was the publisher, but there was an agreement somewhere along the lines. It was fully translated, the first book, done quite well, okay. There is some mistakes in it. I've literally found mistakes and corrected them for myself. There's multiples here. But it was never published, which is kind of sad. But you can find it online, which is great. Okay, next up. We've got, what about pronunciation? How do you know you're using the wrong... Yeah, I use AI. AI pretty much. For Esperanto, because I know the pronunciation. In fact, not even for Chinese anymore. When I did start with Chinese, I did something you're legally not meant to do, okay? So I wrote a little thing that kind of cut up the Pimsleur tapes and kind of turned it into Anki, okay? But I didn't share it with anyone, okay? If Pimsleur's watching, I didn't share it with anyone. It was just for me. I paid for it, okay? So it was just for me, and then when I was done with it, you know, those decks are deleted and they're gone. So that's what I did at first, because Pimsleur pronunciation it's really, really good, okay? And then later on, I used AI. And AI, when I first started using it, was 99% of the time correct. But by that point, I knew those few rules in Chinese where it would be wrong, and I could hear them. And what I would do is I would actually just use Google Translate's text-to-speech, because sometimes it was better, but it sounded more mechanical for certain cards, okay? But now I'm at the point where I don't even use it because I just know the pronunciation of Chinese. So I don't need it anymore. But And obviously for Spanish, I'm never going to do that because it's not within the roadmap of what I'm doing, okay? But yeah, I think AI text-to-speech it's pretty friggin' good these days. Okay, have any other conlangs ever caught your fancy? Yes! Yes! Okay, so I literally went and learnt Tokipona. If you go search my channel, Tokipona, I went for a whole Tokipona phase. If we go here, there we go. I got to kind of like an intermediate-ish level, okay, where I was speaking here we go, speaking Tokipona. I've forgotten most of it. Well, I haven't forgotten. I know Tokipona, but I'm so rusty now I can't just speak it. But I've also wanted to learn a conlang which is called Volapük. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of it, but Volapük is basically, it's another constructed language that came before Esperanto. So yeah, that's another one I've been interested in. Inter-Slavic, I thought about, I've asked questions about, but you really need to know a Slavic language to learn Inter-Slavic type of thing. Anyway, let's get back. Have you tried listening to Italian? Well, I've listened to a lot of Metatron. I've had a look at Dreaming Spanish and can pretty much follow most of it after getting to B2-ish in Italian. Interesting side quest. There's been a few YouTube polyglots who have made videos about how I learned Italian in 2 weeks. And it turns out they're fluent in Spanish. So I can totally believe you that, you know, some people can make some pretty quick progress going from Spanish to Italian. I don't know if it's like this, it's the same both ways, but yeah, definitely. Okay, let's keep going. Try learning Japanese and not mining at least 1,000 safe for work cards on the way to basic fluency. Kind of reminds me of that guy who, there was like a meme going around about him who basically learned Japanese by watching P word. I'm not sure if I'm going to get banned for saying that word, but you know the word I'm talking about. But yeah, and then like he even got a certificate and everything, but I think he also learned Japanese at school or something. It was a Chinese guy. So dodgy. Okay, bro's Anki Maxing. I totally am, bro. I'm totally am. Hi, I'm from Russia, man. I have 1,100 hours of CI in English. Okay, question, my man. How's your spoken English with 1,100 hours? Have you done any practice speaking? Let us know down there. I'll be curious to see that one. Next up, yeah, Romance language is so easy. Learning Latin, only the simple stuff. I've started and stopped learning Latins multiple times. I really, really want to learn it one day. Because it's just like the first time I learnt about Latin and I'd be like reading a little bit of it. It's funny because here they are bitching about their slaves as if like, well, that's probably a terrible thing to say on YouTube. But what I'm trying to say, okay, is that you're looking at the perspective of a world of people who they just lived a totally different life. They're no way related to your own, okay? It's not like if you go learn Chinese, okay, yeah, they've got the internet. You know, they still have all those things, although culturally they're different. You go learn something like Latin, okay, and you're reading what their life is like. It's just totally different. The problems that they got, just totally different. Like, so I would love to get back to Latin, and one day I want to get so good at it that I can mog Metatron and basically shit on him, you know, in React videos and stuff. But I think that'll be a while. Okay, next one. Sup dude, sup my dude. Okay, so I did read the whole Harry Potter series, half of the books in Italian, my language, the other half in original English. I've started multiple times reading it in Chinese, but it's actually really hard in Chinese. There's so many idioms. It's a crazy amount, okay? And they use so many adjectives and stuff that I've never seen elsewhere. And I look at it and I'm like, this must be really hard. Then I'll go on Reddit and I'll read about some dude who's like read Harry Potter in Chinese. And he's like, yeah, this is one of the more easier books. This is good for like beginners. And I'll be like, fuck man, I must be so shit at Chinese. Okay, let's go. I used to like watching Metatron's language videos, but after seeing his main channel, I was sort of put off. It seemed kind of like yucky doom scroll content. Yeah, no, I get that, my man. Like I'm not a political guy. Obviously, every now and then, you know, I inadvertently I touch on politics and stuff. But I'm the type of person where I can be friends with anyone. You know, realistically, like you could be on the far left, the far right. It does not bother me realistically. And in fact, I think it's better to be willing to talk and, you know, with people from the other side of politics or whatever, because like at the end of the day, like there's this one person who super inspired me about this shit. I don't know his name. I just remember his story. It was what was his? It was like an African American guy. yeah, I can't remember his name, but basically he went out and befriended clans members, okay, over time until the point where each one he befriended gave up their, their whole clan, cooks, whatever fucking that thing is, okay. And that dude was super inspiring to me because it just shows you that, like, no one's fully lost at the end of the day. So, like, when it comes to politics, if you've got completely opposing politics to me, I'll still be, like, friends with you type of thing. As long as you're not trying to kill me or something. Okay. Next up, I tried learning Ukrainian as a Russian speaker. I wish I had never known it. Honestly, so frustrating to learn a language that is similar, but not quite. That is why I have not gone out and learned Ido. Now, Ido is another constructed language based on Esperanto. I have a ton of books in Ido, and I can look at it and read it for the most part, and it would be so easy. It'd be so fucking easy for me, bro, to just, like, learn this one language and just add another one over here. I'll probably just go into here into my YouTube profile, and just update this shit with, I also speak Ido. C1 level, ha ha ha, look at me, fucking hyperpolydoc Evildea. Hyperpolydoc. I'm a PDF file now. Oh no, that's got different meanings online. Don't talk like that. But but at the same time, then you confuse your other language because there's too similar, and it becomes harder. And you're like, oh no, is it in this one that I don't have that sound, but I've got it in this one? And like, even though you're completely fluent in this other language, it's so easy to just become unfluent and ruin shit, okay? I've even had that kind of with Spanish in some ways, where every time I speak Spanish, you guys probably notice this, it fucking comes out as Esperanto, basically. Okay, let's go. Next one. How to speak girl language. Well, I'm married to one, and I'm not sure if I'm quite fluent yet. I think I've got to the point where I know the things I shouldn't say. Okay, that's all you need to learn. The things you shouldn't say. Okay, everything else is fine. I respect the ability to make friends, lol. Yep, that's good, my man. Okay, what's difference in using English to target language cards and vice versa? Basically, I try, for the most part, remove English from the process as fast as possible, because I don't like to connect the target language with English in my brain. In fact, if you can, like, a lot of people like to learn individual words. If you're going to learn, like, individual nouns, don't use English nouns. Go to Google Images, just copy a picture of whatever that is. And there's a good reason for that, okay? Because you may say, well, it's the exact same word. Like, purple is the exact same word as purple in this language, has the exact same meaning. I found out that, the color purple in Esperanto, it's actually a different shade from what I think of purple in English, okay? And I didn't realize that until I went and looked up the colors in Esperanto. For years, I just saw purple and I was like, okay, well, purple's this, because it's the same as English. It's one word, right? And then I looked at what is kind of like linked to the colors and I was like, is that purple? I wouldn't call that purple. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I think Esperanto aligns more with French or something with that when it comes to colors. And it's also with like specific nouns, like, it might translate as chair, but in fact, it's used for a specific type of chair. Maybe something you don't have a word for in English. So I try to always avoid English as much as possible. Yep, Pokedoki. It's a new breed of Pokemon, all. We all want to evolve into a Pokedoki, okay? A Holly Polydog. I can't even say the goddamn word. Okay, next up. Coin Greek is interesting, especially in a historically reconstructed ancient Alexandrian or Syrian Jerusalem pronunciation. You're making shit up. You're just putting words together now, aren't you? You're just randomly grabbing words from Wikipedia and you're just shoving them all together. I'm waiting for like ancient friggin' sign language or something to come in here. Okay, I read on Wikipedia, its title is, so that there is Journey to the West in the original, in Italian, the 1700s pages book about the handsome Monkey King, son of... You know what's actually crazy about the Monkey King? Is in Australia, we have a TV station, which is called SBS. It only broadcasts basically non-English, at least when I was growing up. I haven't had a TV in years, so I don't actually know what Australian TV broadcasts nowadays, which is actually problematic because sometimes I almost miss elections because I just don't know they're happening. But anyway, we'll get back to the SBS thing. So I grew up on the Monkey King, watching it in Chinese with like English subtitles, okay? But I didn't know what Chinese was back then. I just thought they were all just speaking gibberish, and that was just the cool part of the TV show. I know the lore and everything of Monkey King from the fact that I watched it on SBS as a kid. Okay, what are we up to? Next, we've got, can we video call with you and get what's my level of English after 1,100 hours of CI? I'm a pretty busy guy overall, so like, as you could imagine. In fact, I say this to people all the time. Like, if you want something like that, just make a video and make it a little bit interesting. I don't know, call me a shit person or something, and I'll react to it, and then I'll give you, I'll give you an idea. But like, yeah, if you're a smaller YouTuber in chat, just call me out. You know, say Evildea, you're shit, you're balding or something. You know, say something. And in fact, there's a few call outs I need to already deal with. If we go into my YouTube section over here and we go to community mentions, let's have a look if there's any more. Oh, okay, so your Wingman's now calling me out. Wing. Okay, and then we've got this guy over here. I haven't got around to watching his content just yet. I will probably do a react to this one. I already did a react to this one because he's asking I'm a fraud. Like, bro, you are the king of clickbait. Of course I'm going to react to that one. But this one right here, bruh, I can't do a react to this because it's 50 minutes long. And if you add my reaction on top, it's going to be like an hour or something. Not an hour, like 2 hours long. Maybe I'll do this as part of a live stream. Like, put a thing down in the comments section, guys, if you want me to do a react to a 50-minute video where someone's talking about essentially me and teaching or something. I haven't watched the video, so just let me know down in the comment section, okay? And then there's a lot of them in here, but like, yeah, if you want me to, you know, give you feedback on anything, just call me out in some way. Okay, so let's go back to the YouTube channel, just so we've got a better looking background, because me doing the face of Greenland. By the way, guys, Greenland video. The creator of that video was not happy with me reacting. That video bombed, by the way, a 9 out of 10. Anyway, let's go back to the actual thing. Do you guys like those videos? In fact, let me know down in the comments section what kind of content you're usually here for. Are you here for language learning advice? Are you here for investigations? Are you here just because I cause a lot of shit? Are you here for all of that? Because I've had this discussion with my editor multiple times now about what the fuck is my niche? Like, what am I? Like, am I a language dude? Am I a challenge dude? Am I a shit talker? What am I? I have no idea. And just like, if you look at my videos, like obviously my most popular videos, okay, if we go to the video section, let's just go by popular. Okay, so you got language investigation, me shit talking, language investigation, me doing an Esperanto video where I'm actually speaking with native speakers, language investigation, language investigation, all language investigations, shit talking, and then we start moving into, you know, how I became fluent in Esperanto, which is kind of like a language one, and then it's just, you know, it's random at that point. Like, all I know is that you guys like language investigations, and there will be more of those coming. But apart from that, I don't know what you guys are here for. I don't know why you watch, like, realistically. Okay, let's keep going. I'm here for your shit posts. Excellent. Plenty more of those coming. I like these videos. Was super interested to check that guy's channel out, but his comments killed it for me, lol. Yeah, it's always an interesting thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand why people get annoyed with reactors. They get annoyed with, like, me reacting to their content because they see it as me leeching their views, okay? I understand that. But at the end of the day, sure, I may leech, let's say, 3,000, 4,000 views or whatever, okay? But at the end of the day, if someone likes me and I like the video, you're probably going to get more subs directly, like you're going to get a higher percentage of subs from me, and they're going to be more loyal subs overall because they're here because Evildea reacted to your shit, and they like Evildea, and Evildea likes your shit, Evildea probably likes you. Like me and Metatron, we farm the fucking shit out of each other. Like, it is constant, bro. We are stealing views from each other constantly. And I fucking love it. Like, if I haven't got anything to react to, I'm like, what the fuck's Metatron up to? Is he doing anything? Is there anything I can shit talk about over here? Because one, he does, you know, stuff that's on his language learning channel that I enjoy, okay? And two, I can shit talk the guy and he doesn't care. He doesn't have a hissy fit and send fucking copyright strikes my way. You know, there's a lot of little YouTubers, like very small YouTubers, who are happy for me, obviously, to react, because then they definitely do get more views. But YouTubers who are bigger than me, most of them get shitty when I do reacts, okay? One, because I will be shit talking them, and I'll be like, bro, this is fucking bullshit, whatever. And then they'll be like, fucking look at you, you little fucking 34 sub guy. What do you know? You're so small and unimportant. I got fucking 500k subs. You're just a little shit talker. And I'm like, yeah, I am a little shit talker, but I know what I'm shit talking about right now. This is one little thing that I have spent a large portion of my life focused on, and you don't know shit, okay? That happens a lot with my Esperanto reacts and stuff, where I call out bigger channels around Esperanto. But yeah, to me, I would not even care if someone fully downloaded my videos and just sat there in a chair and did a Hassan and just drank a drink and walked away. I would not care. Because at the end of the day, someone who's, that massive whatever, watching my content, someone among his viewers is going to go, who the fuck's this guy he's reacting to? Let me go look him up. And then they're going to end up on my channel. So I do understand the concern with leached views, but you got to think about it as an overall ecosystem. One, you can make friends with other creators, and then you can do collabs and shit, okay? Which is great. I haven't done many collabs. I got a ton of potential collabs, like YouTubers who want to work with me. But I'm also very iffy with who I do collab with, just because I don't want to collab with someone, then I find out later on they're on Epstein's Island, and I have to explain to everyone how, look, I was friends with the guy, I didn't know about his island trips, come on guys, I take enough risk with Elmo in the background here, Okay, Evildea, if you learn Interslavic, you control 400 million people speaking Slavic languages. It's going to drive them mad. It's way easier than natural ones anyway. It's like talking modern Latin to... I have thought about that, and I've always thought about it in the sense of make a video where I'll say, this is me speaking Polish after, 500 hours, and then I speak into Slavic, and the Poles will be like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I do another video, this is me speaking Russian, and just watch the rage comments in the comment section go off as everyone is so fucking confused about what's going on. Because, rage comments are great for, interaction overall. Okay, let's keep going. Metatron is so handsome, he makes me colorful. Lindy is fucking colorful. Bro, she's gotten so colorful as of recently in her videos. I look at it and I'm like, nah, I'm getting cooked type of thing. Okay, we've got this person going, I'm guessing this is the Russian word for laugh. How do Russians laugh? Because to me, this is no, 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 no. Is this how a Russian laughs? No, 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 no. You look times greater than 6 months ago. You look times greater than 6... I'm a mathematical equation? Bro, you're multiplying. I think you mean you're looking 6 times greater than... Or you're looking multiple times better than 6 months. I don't know. I didn't follow OMAD series. OMAD. I thought about making an OMAD series. I'm not on OMAD anymore, for anyone who is asking. It's not because I don't like OMAD. I do. But OMAD is only something I feel you can do if you have no friends, no social life, and you don't want to maintain a relationship with a wife who's Chinese and loves to eat out. So I had to go to calorie counting at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I could not, because my wife would be like, I want to eat here. And I'm like, but you're going to mess up my meal plan. She's like, fuck your meal plan, bro. We're going out and we're having duck pansy. And I'm like, okay, Jesus, fucking hell. Have you heard the Chinese national anthem, blow? The Australian national anthem's here we are, we all rejoice, we're surrounded, we welcome immigrants, blah, blah, this is our national anthem. And the Chinese one is blood, tears, we feed our people for our country, as fucking, basically, meat bags on the front lines, so you don't want to get into a fight with your Chinese wife. Okay, I like that you're a language channel that's a bit more honest. A lot of your channels gloss over the downsides. A good example was your DS vid, where you basically said, bro, I'm bored as fuck. I reached out to the DS team at one point. I was like, hey guys, I want to, maybe we could do something together, because I've done so many fucking many hours. Maybe I could do something with the DS team. And their reaction was basically along the lines of, we are not looking to establish a relationship at this time. It was kind of like that very corporate speaker, please do not ever contact us again. And I was like, that's fair, that's fair. I'm not exactly a great marketing tool for them, but at the same time, I also am. Russian laugh is... So what is that? Bracket. Okay. Oh, okay, let's keep going. Dude, I've been updating 300, 600, 800, 1,000 hours on my channel if you're interested. Okay, well, editor, take note of that person, you know, like, because I'm going to forget within 10 minutes. Okay, it was Russian for lol, 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 lol. Literally English loan, lol. I'll laugh. Yes, okay, cool. Oh, we're getting down into the bloody weeds of how we lol in different languages. Is Daily, you still there, my man? You still awake? Yeah, that's my bro. Well, I'm not used to hearing you at one-time speed. You're another multiple speed like watcher as well. Yeah, no, that's totally understandable. Can't be worse than the French one. What is the French lol? Jesus, I have no idea. By the way, I've just realized I have not shut the fuck up for an hour and 29 minutes. I hadn't even taken a sip of my drink. Wow, my wife is correct. I can just go on forever. How was that silence? Was that weird for you guys? Did you go check that your audio connection just dropped out or something? Because like I just went, let's do that. A moment of silence across the board. Good moment of silence, guys. Okay. Next we got down here. Don't ban me, please. It is a joke. I'm not banning anyone, bro. I can't be fucked banning anyone. It's too much effort. My mods, though. Oh, don't cross my mods. My mods in the Discord, they're fucking brutal. They will cut you down to pieces. You do the wrong thing, they'll be like, that's your first warning. And they'll be like, how many warnings I got? That's your second warning. What do you mean? That's my second one. That's your final one. Get the fuck out. Nah, they're great guys. They're great guys overall, but okay. We've got an Esperanto comment in here. So when Chuvi Kim ein vides plan lingvon. So he's talking about a constructed language. G-similas al interlingua. You know, funnily enough, interlingua. So interlingua is another constructed language. Okay, and that is the first constructed language I had ever heard of in my life when I first bumped into like constructed languages. And I actually was going to learn that language first. And the only reason I didn't is because I went to the Interlingua webpage, the official one, and it looked like one of those Flash 1994 web pages where it's like bing bing wow language wah wah wah, and you know, like fucking almost like gambling ads type of thing. And I was like, the fuck am I learning this? And then I went to the Esperanto one. I clicked on it. This was like the most fucking advanced looking website I'd ever seen in my life. This is learnu.net if you want to learn Esperanto. In fact, I have not looked at learnu.net in years. Let's go check it out, guys. So I started learning Esperanto with this, then I swapped to some books, and then I came back to this. It still looks the same. Oh, like, look how slick that is. Actually, let's go check out the Interlingua one. Interlingua. I'm just going to type Interlingua. I don't know. I don't even know what to search for anymore. Okay, interlingua.com. Let's see if they've updated. Bruh, it's still fucking shite. What is this? What is this stuff? You want people to learn your language and take it seriously? What is this? Look at this slick corporate shit we got over here in the Esperanto world. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Okay, what do we got? Make David a mod here too. I don't even know how to make people mods here. Like, is there like a button? Participants? What do we do? Do I just click on people? No. I go, remove, put user in time. Who did I click on? Who's getting time? Oh, that might have actually been Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. We'll have to figure this one out. Actually, can I do this? Hide use on this channel. Add as moderator. Okay, there we go. Managing moderator. What's the difference? Can manage blocked words and change chat. Can review and remove chat messages. Yeah, I'll give you that one, bro. I'll give you that one. Okay, so we got the first constructed language I heard of was Klingon. I probably did hear of Klingon first, but I didn't think it was a language at the time. You know, I just probably thought it was just some bullshit made up for a TV show. In fact, I didn't even think it was a language. I thought it was just people with, you know, things on their head. And the Klingon like fans, every time a Klingon like speaker makes a video, they go full Klingon attire. It is literally impossible to find a Klingon video. You know, learn Klingon. We're gonna learn Klingon, guys. Let's go learn some Klingon. Okay, so we got learn Klingon. Okay. Oh, come on. What's going on with the internet? See, this is the problem with Australia. You can't have more than two things happening at once. Okay. The official Klingon course on Duolingo. How to learn and speak Klingon. Klingon, Jesus Christ. This looks like the type of person who would be making political videos and streaming for like 10 hours a day. Like, look at that. Am I right, guys? This looks like a political streamer right here. Maybe he is. Maybe he's the Klingon political streamer. Okay, let's see if we can find anything for... See what I mean? They go full on Klingon. Klingon in 7 days. Language... Okay, I thought they were going to like start selling a course. Hi, guys, learn Klingon in 7 days. Could you imagine that? I would have to make a debunking video on Klingon. Of all fucking languages. We got a Klingon fake speaker out here, boys. Okay. Dreaming Elvish. I could just see fucking that happening, eh? I could totally see that happening one day. What we got? 50-year-old Italian here. When I was in elementary school, both my teachers knew Esperanto and were always 1 year away from putting together a free after-school course for their kids. Never happened. Yeah, that's a bit sad. But let's go learn Klingon. What is... Oh, no, I can't click on this. This is a TV show. See, the problem is, as soon as I click on that, I'm probably getting banned. Okay, this looks like the go-to. This one's been around...
Hello.
Guys, look at this. You see it starred there? You see it starred there? That means I tried to learn Klingon before. I legit tried to learn Klingon before. Let's move this back a little bit. You ready to learn Klingon, boys?
Hello. My name is Evildea. I am the Klingon teacher from...
That is the least Klingon-ish name that I've ever heard in my life. That sounds like, you know, your accountant or stockbroker or something.
Germany. And welcome to the first Klingon lesson of the free-to-play browser game Star Trek Infinite Space.
I think there's something going with your eye there, bro. Your eye is unpeeling. It's coming off.
I would say hello in Klingon, but as most of you would know, Klingons don't say hello. They don't say goodbye, they don't say thank you, they don't say please. That doesn't mean that Klingons are unpolite.
It sounds like Australians. Like, we don't say hello, we don't say please, we don't... No, that's actually not true. You can tell a real Australian from, like, the city Australians. City Australians are fucking fake. Fakers. I'm surrounded by them. Anyway, like a real Australian, you go to the countryside, they will instantly wave at you. Like, hey, bro, what's going on? You know, did you hear about Sheila down the beach? Yeah, she got it on with Jimmy, and then they got arrested out back with the pineapple. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, I'll see you at the church, you know, type of thing.
Klingons are just very direct. On the other hand, if you really need to say something, you can say nuknech.
Nuknech. Nuknech. I have no idea what this means.
Nuknech means literally something like, what do you want?
Nuknech. If I said that to my wife, she'd think I'm probably having a heart attack.
It means if somebody comes up to you...
Very good. Everyone write that out in chat. Written in your national language. Nuknech.
And once doesn't say anything, well, you can just say nuknech, which means, what do you want? And the other one can just state his business and say what he wants. Then, when you're finished, you can just go away. The Klingon will understand it.
When you're finished, you can just go away. God, I wish that was so true. Sometimes you're in, like, a hero... I don't know what it is like in other cultures, but like in Australia, you know, you kind of want to finish the conversation in a good way. And then sometimes the other person would just go on and on and on. I wish I could just go, we have finished. Like, not even say we have finished, just turn around and walk off. What do we got down in the chat? Okay, so we've got people actually attempting this. Se vi pensas que la repaggio de Interlingua estas malbella. So if you think the webpage of Interlingua is ugly, then you got to check out the webpage for slovio.com. Okay, so let's do this one. If this takes me to some, like, friggin' constructed language porn website, bro, you're getting banned. Bruh. That is so bad. Simplified International. Do they have a traditional international? You know, like with Chinese. You got Simplified International Slovio, and then you got Traditional International Slovio. Okay, this is the official website for the Universal Simplified Slavic Language Slovio, which is mutually understandable with compatible with and based on traditional Slavic, Balto-Slavic languages, Belarusian, Bosnian, Bulgarian, Croatian, Czech, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and do we actually have a sample of it? Is this a sample? Or is this an actual language? Because this looks like a chicken went to work on the page, you know, it's like, and it just smashed the keyboard. Let me know down in the comment section, like, what is this? What language is this? Anyway, so this is the simplified version. I want to see what the traditional version looks like. Wow, my router suddenly turned 56k. Well, I hope that's not me turning 56k, because Australian internet does go bad. Oh, okay, no, you mean actually like the web page. Yeah, no, this is the type of web page where back in the day you'd be downloading the JPEG and it'd be like, and it finally gets to that one part of the JPEG you were looking forward to, and then suddenly your mum gets a phone call and it disconnects the internet, and then suddenly you don't get the rest of the JPEG and you're like, Mom, I needed that. They've even got an Esperanto translation. Oh, let's go click on that. How does the Esperanto one look better than the English one? Like, it's more organized. Constructed language people, bro. We fucking suck at web pages. Great at creating shit no one wants to learn, like languages, but like when it comes to fucking web pages, we suck. At least the Esperantists make enough money that they can hire like someone, you know, legit to make a proper web page. Okay, 1992 wants its web page back. So fucking true, eh? This web page, you know what, in fact, this web page is just filled with fucking viruses for sure. My PC's probably fucking just being done over right now. Like, there's probably so much shit. You know, I guarantee, let's go look at the source code. Okay, inspect. Okay, oh no, we don't want this inspect. We literally want to go view page source. Okay, is there any notes in here? Because sometimes back in the day, they just like literally just comment out shit, okay? This has just suddenly turned into a coding stream, guys. I hope you're ready for that. What do we got now? Nah, this looks pretty fucking standard. I'm not seeing anything weird in here. You know this is bad when they still organize the page literally by using tables, okay? Is there even CS in here? CSS? Like, yes, but like this is old school. This is so old school. Okay, anyway, what do we got? We're going to go back to the comment section. I showed your Chinese videos to my husband, and he's very impressed with your speaking skills. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. You know, it's actually funny because, like, every time I speak Chinese with my wife, she'll always be like, you're making my brain hurt. Please, just speak English, bro. It's so bad. And then I'll speak, you know, Chinese with other Chinese speakers, and I'll be like, so good. So I really have no idea where my Chinese is. Like, I say I'm a B1, but like, I get two extremes. I get my wife who's very, very like, you know, straight to the point with shit, and she'll be like, bruh, nah, it ain't good. It ain't good. It's possible. Like, if we dropped you in China, you might survive for a while until, you know, the mountain people picked you up. But then I'll get the other side, the Chinese, and they're just like, you know, they're just doing the fucking golf claps, you know, type of shit. So, yeah. Okay, I used to troubleshoot 56K. I only made my alphabet, which was really just a font. Yeah. Did you guys, any of you guys do that when you were a kid? Did you make your own constructed language with your family members? Obviously, if you're Chinese, you didn't have other, like, brothers and shit, because, you know, they were murdered. But, like, for anyone else, like, me and my brother, we actually, when we were kids, we made up our own, like, little, you know, made up language. It was basically just English with random swapped out shit. But, yeah, we actually made our own little script and everything. I still remember one word in the language to this day. It's blinder. I have no idea what it means anymore, but I remember that was a word. And it was an important word. And now that needs to be a word in another language. We need to make that, we need to introduce blinder into Esperanto. It's going to be a verb, and it means to remember something that you don't remember anymore. Yep, that's it. That's what we're doing with. Okay, Evildea, on your master Klingon, and you already know JavaScript, you will officially... I am the pinnacle of nerd, bros. I am so the pinnacle of nerd. So this is like, okay, so you didn't attend a broadcast from me. Cool. Yep. Yes, you know, I've always wanted to do live streaming, but at the same time, I always worry that, like, I'm boring. Like, because, like, I do put a lot of effort into my videos, but they're always short, you know? Like, sometimes my videos do look pretty slack. You're like, this guy's not really trying at all. He's just a shit poster who's fucking, you know, responding or whatever. But I try to keep you guys entertained, you know, because I am a trained actor. I know, I've got so many fucking backgrounds, okay? Like, my work resume is just insane, okay? I started in the military, I became an actor, then I became a systems administrator, then I led an IT team, then I became a tutor, then I was in this weird, like, production position type of thing, then I became a game programmer. Well, the whole time I was also a YouTuber, but I can't really claim being a YouTuber, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't really, well, I am, but, like, I don't really make money off of it. I don't think, I'm a YouTuber by hobby, not by career. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so let's get, well, geez, chat just randomly just filled with comments, probably because I right-clicked on it. Okay, web dev here. This is so retro. They did that like that back in the 1990s. I know, man. If you want to see what the internet used to look like, join the Conlang community. You'll be stepping back in time. Well, he did say you don't sound Australian when you speak Mandarin. I guess that's a good sign. Yes, I am happy with that. That is definitely a good sign. It would suck if they said, bro, you sound like an outback bumpkin type of thing. Speaking what was it? Mandarin, that's what we're talking about. Okay, Slavia was never used by anyone. Guy applied EO logic, Esperanto logic to Slavic roots. Okay, so you're telling me this was probably created by the guy who also made the language. Bro was dedicated to his conlang. Like, he was so dedicated. Okay, let's see if Google Translate did the right. Neither Drabor. It's so small. Oh, Hanyo too. Okay, so your broadcast is very good. Yes, it did well. Google Translate's not so bad now. In fact, I remember when Google Translate first offered Esperanto as a service, and like obviously the Esperanto community was super excited about this. And funnily enough, what happened was it would translate the word Esperanto as English. Yeah, so yeah, that was a bit awkward for a while. Anyway, let's get away from the conlangs. Fucking the conlang community just overtook my chat section down here. They just came in and just like took over. You guys have just been waiting in like the background for this shit. Let's go see what the bullshit artists are up to. Okay, so who we got? Let's go have a look at my. Who do you guys want to check out? Anyone in particular we want to have a look at before I make a decision? Okay, playlist. Jesus Christ, I'm actually sweating right now. And I'm not sure if it's because I'm hot or because I'm just talking a lot and I'm just like starting to overheat my system. Okay, let's keep going. Where is it? Where's my playlists? Oh, I'll just go to the homepage. That's better organized. Can you make a video showing your Chinese learning strategy? Haven't I already done that? I thought I did that. I'm sure I did that. Okay. Let's go have a look at the naughty list. Yeah, I don't really want to pick out. I don't want to check out Peter Coles. He hasn't. In fact, Peter Coles actually responded to a video. Yeah, so you guys saw. Okay, let's go back to yesterday's video. Where is it? Okay, we're gonna go have a look. Okay, so it's this one right here, the cancelled me one. Okay, so if we come in here, let's go by. So Peter Coles was in here. Let's just search Peter. Okay. Maybe he's not in here anymore. Maybe he deleted his comment. I don't know. No, I'm sure he wouldn't. But basically, he was like, "Oh, you should be following real polyglots like me." So he just came out of the woodworks just to throw that one in here because apparently I'm not following real polyglots or whatnot. You know, I find this whole story here about this polyglot to be quite sad in a lot of ways. Because, like, she is a legitimate polyglot, and it's sad that a lot of polyglots in this community, they feel the need that they have to be perfect, or, like, they have to be able to do things that are absolutely insane in order to grow a following. Like, I've proven the fact that you don't need to be good at languages, or even speak many languages to have a following in the language space, right? Like, it's just, I don't know where this idea that everyone is like, you must be good. You must be insanely good in this space, okay? So like, if I go like look at fluency formula, okay? Let's have a look at his videos. I haven't seen his videos in a while. Let's have this. Okay. He had some, okay. This is fluency secret will shock you. 10 times your fluency. How I accidentally got fluent. You know, it's like, why do they push this shit? Like, I get it in one way because obviously it gets views on YouTube, but it's fucking sad that there's very few YouTubers who are actually like legitimate. And the only ones that are really showing what their journey, they're the ones that don't generally have many followers overall. So yeah, anyway, that's my little side quest. Okay, he has a video on how he studies already, I believe. Yes, I do. Yeah, I've got a few videos on Chinese on my channel. Next, is she selling anything? What's the point proving that you can learn Persian in 6? That's what I get. That's what I'm so confused about, guys. That's what I am super confused about with her. Okay, so if we go, okay, what was her name? I forgot her name. What was it? The Polyglot Effect, okay. So let's go check out her channel. The Polyglot Effect. Okay, let's see if she is selling anything, because I've never looked into her, really. I guess she's got an Instagram. And it's just standard language Instagram by the looks of it. But I don't see any courses. If I click here, more links, what do we got? A newsletter you could sign up to, maybe free resources. Okay, let's go have a look if there's a course over there. Get your free Polyglot starter pack. Join the Polyglot Effect email list and get instant access to a growing collection of language learning freebies. Guys, should I do it? Yeah, I know you can see my email. It's not a fucking secret. Should I do it? Let me know down in the comment section. Should I do it? Okay? Unless I see at least 5 yays, then no, I need to see at least 5 yays, and they need to be more yays than nays. Okay. Let's have a look. Some people like to play the PvP on the PvE servers. For those who don't get the gaming terminology, okay, so PvP, player versus player, PvE, the language learning community, I would say in a lot of ways was PvE, and then I came in and made it PvP. Do it. You all reckon I should do it? Come on, do it, yeah, okay, let's do this. We're signing up. We're signing up. You're officially in, and your freebie is on its way. Let's go check out the freebie. Okay? Oh... Jesus. Oh, okay, this might be hard. Because if I open up my email, you're probably going to see a whole heap of shit that, and I've got no off screen here because I've only got one monitor. Okay, in the next stream, we'll check out the freebie, okay? I don't want to open up my email account because there's a lot of emails in there, and I don't want people to get fucking, you know, done by my chat here because I just know you guys. But we will check out the freebie, okay? Trust me. And now that we're doing this, okay? But first, I was going to say something else. But first, I still don't get it. I don't get it because, okay, yeah, maybe she's got a marketing funnel. And then that leads down to a course down the point. But she speaks French. And from what I've seen, well, from what I've read in the comments section from people, her French is legitimately good, okay? And I've also heard her Spanish is pretty good. I don't know, okay, just hide scene in OBS. Oh, you know, I'll just swap to my face. You guys are fucking geniuses. You know what? We'll do that. I'm so glad I got fucking geniuses in the chat down here. Now I just gotta remember what it is. Is it this one? I think it's this one. It's like the control, this one. Because I put up the hotkeys, but I kind of forgot my own goddamn hotkeys. But like, I'll just wait a second and make sure it actually comes up. Anyway, so yeah, we'll check that out. Yeah, but like even... She already speaks a bunch of languages. Like, if you fail at learning a language in 6 months, I feel like you're going to get so much more value out of the fact that you failed, right? Because, like, I mean, content-wise, there's so much shit you can talk about. Because, like, if you just talk about the successes, everyone's fucking done that, bruh. Like, I've seen enough videos about how you got the fluent in French and blah, blah, blah. You just do this, you just do that. you watch a bunch of comprehensible input, and then boom, you're fluent in fucking 30 days, okay? Like, I've seen those videos, but I like watching the videos where people are fucking struggling, but that way I don't feel like I'm such an idiot, right? Okay? By the way, I've got my email address open right now. I'm just having a look to see if the email went to spam or something. I'm not seeing it in here. Yeah, come on. Is it not coming in? There might be a delay, okay? There might be a delay. Then again, my email address might be just in a hit list. Like, it just straight up, we're just not getting it. Okay, I'll keep my email open for, a while, and I'll just keep chatting with you guys directly in the meantime. But yeah, she could, and you know what? I'll swap back over to the normal screen for now. Okay, because also if you have a look at her videos, and this is not me trying to shit on her, she's watching the stream, okay? Like, I don't want us to have any, like, negativity between us. Like, I know you tried to copyright strike and destroy my channel and everything, but I'm not really a grudgeful guy. Like there's hyper polyglots who have done so much shit, okay, who have, like, against me. And yet, I am the type of person, as I said earlier in the video, I have a massive respect for that guy who goes out and meets with the Ku Klux Klan guys, the black guy, befriends them and then slowly converts them to the good side, type of thing. So I always leave an opening for people to recover from their mistakes. Because everyone makes mistakes. Like, really, like, I've made mistakes in my life, okay? And if people held me, like, to the standards of my mistakes in the past, I'd never have improved as a person. So, like, I am more than happy for her to be like, yeah, sorry, I fucked up with the whole copyright thing, I was going through an emotional point or whatever. I'm just sensitive, I'm still learning how to deal with, social media criticism or whatever. I'll be like, that's cool. I'm cool to, chat with you and be friends even. Like, it doesn't bother me, type of thing. But I don't know, like, it's up to her. She has to take the first step, okay? Like, she was the one who did the copyright strike. And it's still there, by the way, guys. And it will be there for 10 more days. Because, basically, she's just letting it expire. Anyway, yeah, it's just like... Yeah, it's your standard YouTube channel with your standard language learning videos. I would prefer to see about failures. That's just me. Or at least the struggles that you're going through. Okay, let's go back to the chat, because there's been a lot of questions coming in. Just people saying hi. Hi guys, I'm happy to be here. I'm actually fucking loving this. I'm really enjoying this. Like, this is so much better than just responding to comments. Like, I'm literally seeing this roll in, all these comments. And like, yeah, I've had a standard 100 of you guys on for the last 2 hours. I did not expect that. I thought maybe I'd get like 30. I was actually fearful that I'd have 10. Like, I thought maybe there'd be 10 people that would come in, and then someone would be like, Evildea fell off! There's only 10 other people here! Fucking failure, boo! And then they'd leave, and then, like, I'd be sitting here with Elmo, and my eye would start twitching. I'd be like, so, the dead internet theory was real. No one was really watching me after all. Like, that was, like, legitimate fear of mine, okay, that no one would rock up. But because we have surpassed 100... 100's a nice number. I'm happy with 100. 100's a good... If you guys drop below 100, I'm going to get pissed. I shouldn't have said that, because I just know a bunch of you are going to drop from the stream just to, like, spite me now. But, like, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to swap back over to, my full face, because I know you guys, you fucking love my face, eh? And I'm going to go check my email. We need this email, right, guys? We need this email. Okay, has it come in? Has it come in? Nope. It still hasn't come in. Okay, is it in the spam section? Promotions? No. Okay, more spam. No. I legit haven't... Oh my god, I'm streaming my email account, am I? Yep, I'm streaming my email account. Good work, Evildea, you fucking failure. I thought I swapped over, but clearly I didn't. I am the pinnacle of streaming. I am the pinnacle of streaming, aren't I? Anyway, let's go back to reading the comments. You know what? I'm 35, and to me and my mum lives far away from each other, so we're playing the Trine 5 together. Oh, you're talking to someone else. I was like, what are we playing together? What's me and your mum up to? Like, I was so confused. Hi from Sydney. First time joining. Live somewhere from the same city. So cool. What suburb you in? Maybe it's in walking distance. No. Okay, let's get back to the thing. Seriously, thank you for being here. Yes, thank you guys. I do really... I do really appreciate you all being here. I like this is really like, I don't have the words for it because I fail at English. Like I need to learn some more adjectives, but I do really enjoy this. Okay, hi, it's me, your viewer. I have created the illusion that you are streaming to a large audience, but here's the truth. All these people are me, and now I will send this message from all my accounts. No! Oh, it's over. It is so over. Okay, now before, when I was talking about the polyglot effect, I actually wanted to swap over to another favorite channel of mine, okay? Okay, before I swap over to the channel, I'll let you all guess. Who is my favorite target for shitposting, okay? You'll get one guess. Go on, write it down. I'll wait. I'm waiting. In fact, I need a goddamn drink. I am so thirsty. Let's see if these comments start rolling in. Metatron, you think? Like, I do like reacting to Metatron. Ikena. His content has fallen off, eh? His content has really like, obviously he's sick. He's sick, obviously, but there was if you go have a look at his channel, okay. He actually had a pretty cool idea right here. Where was it? Where was it? There was a video where he did it with one of his founders. I'm not sure which video it was, but he did a language challenge with, I think, his co-founder or something, and where the guy had to try to learn as much French within a certain time, and he was testing him, and it was under pressure. It was actually kind of a cool video, you know, like, overall, and I thought that's the route. I thought he was going to try to become the Mr. Beast of languages, and basically do, like, language challenges, and I was thought, oh, that's a pretty cool idea, because I've thought about doing that myself, you know, actually launching language challenges where, for all these hyper polyglots, you really learn a language in that amount of time frame. I pick the language. I add an actual financial reward to the person who can reach this within a certain time frame. That's what I thought about. But I need my YouTube channel to be bigger to make the money to be able to cover that, because I'm not going to, you know, pay for that out of my personal finances. Like, fuck that shit, bro. You guys are going to, like, come and watch if I'm going to do any of that stuff. But, like, yeah, it's just, He then just went back and he did like this random Pope one, and then it's yeah, and then that's pretty much. Ooh, what's this? I had a notification, now it's gone. Now I'm sad. I love getting notifications and then they just don't exist. This happens all the time. Okay, anyway, let's go back. So yeah, have you guys guessed? So we've got Ikena, Mikkel, Peter Coles, Mikkel, Victor, Mikkel. You guys know me so well. It's Mikkel. Mikkel is so farmable. Mikkel the hyper polyglot. Okay. He's so farmable. Because, like, look at these thumbnails, bro. Look at these thumbnails, okay? 45 minutes a day, fluent in 12 months. Okay? And then we come down. Simple hack, learn thousands of sentences, okay? 4 languages in 1 year, okay? So it's 45 minutes, 12, fluent in 12, and then, okay, maybe it's 4 languages at the same time. Okay, well, then you get these 1,000 sentences. And then you've got, like, understand 90% Spanish, and then like, before, actually his thumbnails aren't as bad as what they. Yeah, here we go. We got like 10,000 words in 3 months, and then 30 minutes a day, fluent in 1 year. It's just like, he's just so fucking farmable. Like, bro, this is so much bullshit you're unloading. And I spoke with my editor about this. Holly Mikkel Empire. For those who have been around the Discord long enough, you know what that is. For those of you who don't know, there was an uprising in my Discord a while back, okay? Fuck you, bro. $10,000 if you learn it. Cool. In 7 days. Even the creator of that language doesn't fucking speak it. Okay, well, can't speak it. But yeah, like, there was a point in my Discord where a meme started, and it was based around Mikkel, because Mikkel says the most crazy ass shit in comments. He basically just calls everyone a beta male, anime loving, fucking profile banging shit poster or something. You know, he's actually pretty good with his insults. There was this one insult which was fucking glorious. It was glorious, and it was directed at me. I'm pretty sure it was directed at me. It was so good. Okay, 450 hours of dreaming Spanish. It was this one. Let me go hear it.
Just immerse yourself. Comprehensible in
what?
learning. Just immerse.
What the hell happened then, YouTube? It just decided to scroll for every single video in existence. Let's try again.
Learning a language is easy.
Oh my
What's
god.
not-
I hate this auto dubbing feature. I fucking hate it, bro. It is so goddamn annoying. This is the most stupidest idea YouTube has ever come up with, okay? Auto translating to Spanish and then adding subtitles. You're literally fucking over my challenge. Okay.
Not easy as accepting.
Can I get this to go where I'm gonna hyperventilate.
Learning a language.
Let's just refresh it.
Learning a
I want to find the video. I'm pretty sure it's this
Dusty
one.
Learning a language is easy. What's not easy is
Oh my bro. I can't YouTube. Someone YouTube for me. Can someone do YouTube for me? Okay. This is the video I want to watch, and for some reason it instantly jumps to another video. Yeah, auto dub is so goddamn fucking cringe. Like, it is just, what are they thinking, bro? You guys see that whole thing about Adobe, where they've just decided to kill Adobe Animate? It's like the leading software used by 2D animators around the world, and Adobe's like, yeah, we're just gonna kill this. And by the way, guys, you can just like all your Adobe stuff that you've been using with Adobe Animate, yeah, just convert it to MP3 files. You'll be right, bro. That's like converting vectors to JPEGs. What the fuck is going on in your head? Anyway, so Mikkel, he is legendary for his insults, and a lot of them are directed at me, but not directed at me like as in my name. Like, he doesn't want to give me, attention.
learning a language.
Fuck this fucking auto fucking shit. Anyway, and this YouTuber is stealing my content. I did do a react to this, I think.
This YouTuber is stealing my content, word for word.
What is this?
I'm
If
used.
Now the short's not even loading. Okay, whatever. I'll just keep going. So, I had an idea, okay? I ran this by my editor, and then he said to me, this is his words, "Are you fucking insane? Are you insane, bro? Why would you even think about this? I want to hear the community's idea, okay? I want to hear from the community itself. This is an insane idea. I hope you're ready. It's so insane, I need to take a sip. So, in a month, I'm traveling to China for 1 month, okay? And I actually plan to vlog my trip while I'm over there. So, let me just go back to my own channel. I'm just going to do some self-promotion right now, okay? You're on my stream. You're getting self-promotion. Okay, so on my channel, okay, join memberships because in a month I'm going to go to China. And then when I go to China, I'm going to be vlogging my trip while I'm over there. And by the way, if you become a member, there's different levels of membership, and one of them is called Hyperpolyglot. You guys can officially become a Hyperpolyglot. All you got to do is pay for it. It's so easy. Anyway, so I was thinking, this is my insane idea. Everyone knows Mikkel has a Japanese challenge, which has been, he's been doing his Japanese challenge for a while now, yeah? For those who don't know about this story, it's legendary. So basically, I think over a year ago now, maybe 2 years ago, no, a year and a half, a while ago, Mikkel came online, and maybe he's still got the videos because he's the type of guy. Yep, the videos are still here, okay? Let's just find the original. Learning Japanese in 3 months, day 11. So, Mikkel was getting a lot of pushback in his comments section. Because if you go look at the banner of his fucking of his thing, it's like, learn any language in three months, guys, okay? Any language. Doesn't matter. 3 months. Anyway, he was getting lots of pushback. People were like, bro, you can't learn any language. Maybe in very specific, edge cases, if you know certain languages, blah, 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 blah. You know us polyglots. We love to get down into the weeds of it. Well, not us. I just called myself a polyglot. Oh no. Fuck. Editor, clip this! Oh no, you can't. It's live! Anyway. So, he decided to do a Japanese challenge. And his first video, you know what? What am I saying? Let's go watch his first video. This first video is the biggest e-penis shit I have ever seen in my life, okay? Okay, learn Japanese becoming... Where's the original? Learn Japanese verb. So this is day 6. You see, he's done days. He stopped at day 20 in a 30-day challenge, okay? and then never spoke about it again. So let's just keep going down. Where is it? Okay, did I scroll past it, guys? Did I scroll past it? Let me know. Clip it. I'm fucked. Grammar is useless. What passport bro get wrong? Learning Hindi, What passport bros get wrong? Let's watch it. I can't help it.
You're doing immersion wrong.
Jesus, bro. I barely understood that word, immersion. Okay, you're doing immersion wrong. Let's do that again.
You're doing immersion wrong. You moved to Mexico.
I can see you, Rosso. I can see you. I haven't silenced you. Before we continue, let's just keep... Attach the watch equal V equal part in the address bar of the short for Evildea so you have a normal interface. That sounds complex, bro. Evildea has to do an investigation of the polyglot called Evildea. Let's expose that prick. Okay. I'm so happy that my country didn't dub our television and movies. Okay, but anyway, let's find out what passport bros are doing wrong. Because, you know, I married a Chinese girl. That makes me a passport bro.
Hoping to learn Spanish, and 1 year later, your Spanish still sucks. Why?
Guys. When did I start my Spanish ALG challenge? January, I think, last year. Yeah? It's been 1 year later now, yeah? And what still sucks? I guess we're about to find out what I did wrong.
Well, because you work online in English, you hang out with other expats.
I work online in English, that is true. I am a programmer.
And
I hang out with expats. Yeah, well, I hang out with a bunch of immigrants. Fucking dirty immigrants, they're all of them. Most of my friends are Chinese, guys, just so you know.
also in English.
I have a couple of Aussie, like actual legit Aussie friends, but they're Esperanto speakers. So it's like, no matter what, my friends are either weird or not like me.
And you spend
I'm not saying Chinese people are weird, by the way. Just to put that out there.
lots and lots of time online in English as well, watching American media and on American social media. So when exactly is that immersion happening? It's not happening. That's why it's not working for you. 99% of people are doing immersion wrong, or they're not doing it.
So what I'm doing wrong is the summary of this that I'm not doing enough immersion? Come on. I am doing plenty of immersion, Mikkel. I have done over 750 fucking hours of immersion. I thought you were the hater of immersion. Mikkel is so confusing. In one video he shits on grammar, in another video he talks it up, in another video he shits on immersion, and it's just... Okay, anyway. Anyway, we were looking for the original Japanese video. Guys, yeah, that's what we were doing, He's saying a whole lot of nothing. That's exactly it, guys. It's a whole fucking... That's what most of his videos are. It's just a long ramble of nothing. And the problem is, he does have a couple of good ideas. And he wraps them up and he repeats them over and over. So the spreadsheet thing, okay, that he does over and over and over. Whenever you hear the spreadsheet in the language community, everyone thinks Mikkel now. Mikkel has basically branded the spreadsheet in his name. The spreadsheet is Mikkel. Mikkel is the spreadsheet. They are one. They are one entity. When you enter into the spreadsheet, when you enter into its inner bounds, you are entering into Mikkel. Just be aware, guys. So he has made the spreadsheet his own, yet spreadsheets have been fucking used for language learning way before him. But because he does the same shit over and over and over daily, bro has basically, he's taken it. The spreadsheet is no longer free real estate for others. If I go do a spreadsheet, people are like, Evildea, you doing a Mikkel? You doing a Mikkel? It's the same with the baldness. Bro did baldness in every video. Then I went bald, and everyone's like, Evildea, you doing a Mikkel? You doing a Mikkel? He's fucking taken baldness. He's taken spreadsheets. He's left nothing for me, bro. Anyway, let's get back to his original video. We were here for the Japanese challenge, and the only reason we're here for the Japanese challenge is because I wanted to speak about an absolutely insane idea that I had. I am on so many tangents. Okay, let's go back. So, where is this original Japanese one? I must have scrolled past it like 10 times. Yes, you're entering into the Mikkel. Be careful how deep you go, guys. Once you get in too deep, you can't get out of the Mikkel. He holds on to you. How to memorize 10,000 words fast and speak any language. Okay, learning 2,000. So there's day 6. You know what? I think he's deleted them. I legit think there's a way to find out. If I go find my original reacts to his, that should include a link to his video. Because I'm not an asshole as a reactor. I actually always include links. It would be so funny if I went to my video now and it didn't include a link. Mikkel, where's my 3-month Japanese update? Okay, no, it's older than that. Mikkel, maybe it's just Japanese. God, I have too many videos. How many Japanese? Tomoku, why are you teaching? No. Tomoku, no. What was the video called? It would have been something like 3 months. Yes. His bold claim. His bold claim. Okay, let's... Bros, I think I did... I don't think I included a link to his video. Bro, I had to have. Don't tell me I didn't include a link to his video. Oh my god, you are a shit human, Evildea. What the fuck? How did you fail so badly? Okay, 7 ways... Okay.
Pretty much every day, very high level.
This is not even the video, by the way. That's not even the video. 1 second, my wife's banging on the door. What's up, babes? Huh? You're going to sleep? Okay then. Night. Love you. You want to come on my stream? I've got over 100 people watching right now. You want to appear? Come here, come here, come here. They've never seen you before. They don't even believe you exist. Come here. No, that's fine. Come here, come here, come here. Come on, 3 seconds. I'll give you more money. Nah, she doesn't want to come in, guys. Okay, anyway, so let's go back to the McKill thing. Oh, God. What is it? I can't find it. But anyway, okay, let's just get back to what it... So basically, he makes this video where he says to the entire world, he whips out his e-dick and says, guys, I'm going to learn Japanese in 3 months using my system. And then pretty much within the first 30 seconds, he's like, this is fucking going to be so easy. I can't even believe people... I'm making this video just to stop the fucking people coming down saying I can't do this. Like, fuck it. And then he goes on and he says, and I'm not even going to put in a lot of effort. I'm going to do like, you know, an hour or so here a day. And then he talks about, you know, some days he might have to skip because, you know, he's got other things to worry about fitness. But he's going to learn Japanese in 3 months. And he talks about fluency, okay? He's not just saying, you know, learn some Japanese in 3 months. He's talking about fluency, guys. I commented on that video and I said, like... I literally, this is before he blocked me, okay, muted me and pretends I don't exist. But like I commented and I actually encouraged him, as I always do, because I wanted to see how far he could go. Well, apparently he could get to day 20 from memory. So there's day 20. Let's go up. That was 18. This is obviously not in order. 21. So we had 21. What else did we have? That's it. So what happened, I think he got to 21 and then he made a video about learning Japanese numbers and then that was it. Yeah, how I learned Japanese numbers fast. That came after the last one, okay? And I swear, if you go to his channel right now and you ask him what happened to your Japanese challenge, you will be muted. You will be blocked. Now, this takes us back to my insane idea, okay? But before we do, guys, let's just read the comments. Okay. The German dogs suck. Okay. The wife reveal has been done, dog. You ain't a real viewer. Deleted because it sounded creepy. Okay. No, this was Peter Coles. The video made is, can I actually learn Japanese in 3 months? Ah, thank you. God, you guys know my videos better than I do. Okay. Let's go back to here. Huh. What's up, grinders? Welcome. Shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear you. We want to hear the Mikkel part. Where's the Mikkel part? Is this the part?
I talk a lot about learning languages fast, and there's always someone in the comments, a bunch of people in the comments, saying that that's impossible, even if there are lots of people who've done it with a bunch of different languages, and there will always be...
Look at that. 1 to 2 hours a day, not full-time, work, family, friends, hobbies. daily updates with specific details, weekly video trying to speak to camera, 1 hour conversation video after 12 weeks. It's been a bit more than 12 weeks, by the way, guys. Okay, like, he's like, yeah, but, okay, yeah, we don't need a re-summary, I just want to hear him. Waiting for it!
And I'm going to conduct a 3-month or 12-week experiment in which I will...
Yeah, if you guys are one of the lots of people who have learnt, Japanese to fluency in 3 months, let me know. Fuck, bro, I want to interview you.
learn Japanese from scratch.
Okay, so as you saw that, he will learn Japanese from scratch. I'm just going to jump back a little bit here, okay? Okay, also, I'm going to lower my voice a little bit because the wifey wants to sleep. Okay, we'll jump over to here. Conversation. Bruh, where's your 1 hour?
You can... I'll do...
So he was going to, in 3 months, learn 1,000 sentences, 20,000 mass sentences, and then he was going to do 100,000 reps of shadowing, okay? So this takes me back to the crazy challenge. 0 hours a day fluent, mate. I gotta go have things to do before dinner time. Have a good stream and God bless. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I will probably go until about 2 a.m. my time, I'm thinking. And then, how are you at? We're doing pretty good. 125 viewers. Like, I didn't expect this to be so well. So, yeah, we'll probably go to 2 a.m., okay? Unless you guys start donating or something and then, like, here's some money. Keep going. Suffer. Then I might. But we'll see, okay? We'll see. Anyway, so my crazy idea was, since I'm going to China in a month, and I'd be there for a month, I was thinking of actually doing a public declaration and a call out against Mikkel saying, Mikkel, let's do the Japanese challenge together using your method. We set a start date, end date, 3 months. I will use your method. I will record every single one of my grind sessions with Excel spreadsheets. And let's see how far we can actually take your method with Japanese. And first, what I would do is I'd make a video saying, this is what I believe your method is based on, my research. Because I made this freaking video, okay? Tell me if I'm wrong. Now, obviously, he's muted and blocked me, but his audience will definitely tell him, hey, Evildea's done a thing. It will be interesting to see if he even acknowledges the existence of me attempting his challenge. And it would be so fucking funny if I actually got further than him. Like if all I gotta do is get past day 21. That's all I gotta do to beat Mikkel at his own challenge. Okay, 3 months is way too short to reach fluency in a language, especially one Japanese at 1 to 2 hours. He's drowning there. Bro, I know. I don't even know where this thought came from. Like, how do you even have this type of thought? Like, I can you know how you watch those videos of some like amazing dancer and then you have that sudden toxic trait of like, I could do that. You get up and then you pull your back muscle. I think this was Mikkel pulling a back muscle. This was his toxic trait of I can learn anything in 3 months. And then suddenly day 21 hit and he realized. And you know what? There was actually a moment. I don't know if I included it in this video. Yes, I did. This is the moment that killed it for him. He decided to try and go listen to a Japanese easy language podcast, okay?
I need to learn the numbers.
Okay, well, let me jump back a bit. I think there's more. Yeah, okay, so. So I guess I should be the audio. Let's do this. It was really cold today. It was suddenly cold. It was about 13 degrees in the morning. Okay, so it's like, I need to learn numbers. I just spoke. So he's doing what I do in the Dreaming Spanish series where he's trying to translate, okay. But notice nothing's been translated. He's just saying I need to learn the numbers. Over him. And he's got the English subtitles on as well. Hear what he's got to say.
I need to learn the numbers.
Guys, fluent Japanese in 3 months. I need to learn the numbers. I don't know, bro. Do you think numbers is necessary to be fluent in Japanese? I think we could get past that. Like, who uses numbers anyway? Like, the fucking numbers are overrated. Of course. We're up to day 21. And he forgot to learn the number. I know, of all languages to choose. I'm reading the chat on my phone. Of all languages to choose fucking Japanese for this challenge. Bro, choose Dutch or something. Something where there's, like, hope or possibility. You know what I mean? Like, he just looked at like the category languages, and he's done a DEFCON moment where everyone thinks DEFCON 5's like the worst, but it's actually like DEFCON 1's the worst. Okay, so he's gone, well, I'm gonna choose the level 5 language because clearly that's the easy one, Japanese. Numbers. Yeah, oops, forgot to learn the numbers, guys. I would think numbers would be kind of important. Yeah, shut up, Evildea. Oh yeah, notice he doesn't even include the audio in his video. This is just bad all around. Look at his face. I zoomed it in purposely because look at his facial expression, guys. Look. He's like, what the fuck? I should understand all of this by now. I'm 21 days into a challenge. Look at his facial expressions.
I don't think he said interesting. I don't think he used the word I've learned from.
Oh my god, are you serious, guys? Did I block it with my cam? Oh, I did. Okay, let me move it. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Interesting.
We'll just do that one more time then.
I need to learn the numbers.
That needs to be, you know what, in the future when we have like donations or something, that's going to be like the donation thing. It's going to be, I need to learn the numbers. Of course. We're up to... I'm a pro streamer, guys. I'm pro everything. Day 21. And he forgot the... I would think numbers would be kind... Shut up. Okay, now we're going to look at the facial expressions. You should be able to see this by now. He's just like... And basically, I'll let it play. I need to take a sip of water or anything. Well, I don't have water, but I drink anyway. Look at his facial expressions.
I don't think he said interesting. I don't think he used the word I've learned for interesting.
Okay, so apparently the guy has decided, the Japanese guy, to use a word for interesting that Mikkel hasn't learnt. That was very, very inconsiderate of the Japanese Easy Language podcast. So he's reading the subtitles while listening to them.
I've learned omoshiri, something like that.
Has his Japanese, guys? Let me know down in the comment section. I think that is the extent of the Japanese challenge we ever get to hear from him, okay? Like, he never speaks Japanese after this point.
Moshiro, yeah, that one.
It's horrible, says Chad.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oriental, you're still here, girl. I thought you would have ditched ages ago. Yeah, bro, it is at this moment that bro realized bro fucked up. And then after this point, any mention of Japanese in the comment section, it's just, you're Gonskis. You're Gonskis. Homo shiora, the famous extinct genus of humanity. I left and came back. Oh yeah, that's my wife as well. She does that too. She left me a few times and then came back. I hope you guys are... Okay. Let me get past me. I think that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't think there's any more. Is there? Oh no, there is. There's a little bit more. Idea what he tried to say then. Please tell me in the comments below if he was just... I would actually legit love to meet Sora. Oriental, if I ever get around to Japan one day, you have to introduce me to Sora. Bro, during the whole abroad in Japan thing, his video was so good with you. It was so fucking good. Notice he hasn't translated anything for us so far, except for a word that was interesting, but it was not the word that he heard. Because he's obviously looking at the English subtitles, trying to figure out where the Japanese words are that he's learned. Is that static getting to you yet?
あれは難しい
Oh, we got a second one. Did you hear it?
Chigai.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't get much better after this point. I think that's it. Yep, that's all of it, okay. So yeah, I'm thinking about, just for the shits and giggles of it, but at the same time, it would be a massive amount of work, because I know, like, if you look at his plan, okay, if we were to follow his original plan, like, let's dive in. Like, I'm not going to learn Japanese in 3 months, obviously, but I might learn something. And it would make for a fucking great shit posting series, okay? If I did 1 to 2 hours of Japanese per day of spreadsheets and then recorded that, you guys would literally be watching me unwind. Like, I would be mentally unwinding. And what I would probably do is, like, the raw study sessions, I would give that to members. And then I would do a 1 week update for, like, everyone publicly type of thing. But it would be so much better if I could actually, like, you know, harass him so much to the point where he feels that he has to take part in the challenge. I want him to do this challenge again. It would be so fucking golden. Okay, let's keep reading. Fluent in 3 months in Japanese, not possible. Finding Sora is the easiest task you can do. Just go to Chiba and wait for his usual Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday stream. It's easier than buying an ice cream at 7-Eleven. Do you think it would help if I if I did some graffiti and I said, Sora, I'm looking for you? Next, good luck making a spreadsheet. Yeah, that would be actually the hardest part, because if you have a look at his challenge, where was the second screenshot of it? Okay, I would need to make a spreadsheet with 1,000 language islands, which means sentences specific to my way of talking. Of course, the way he does it, he sends it to AI to get translated. And from my investigations of AI in Japanese so far, you know, and then he has 20,000 additional mass sentences, which I don't even know where they come from, okay, which include 2,000 verbs, you know, 30k unique words, and then he does 100,000 reps, okay, so let's 100,000 reps, and somehow this all happens in a time frame of 1 to 2 hours a day. Like, bruh, like, just doing 5 reps takes 5 seconds. Like, that's a lot of time. Anyway, what have we got? Okay, so I will use it as motivation. I'm really bad at grinding, still stuck at Genki lesson 4. Okay, well, yeah, that's it. You guys could laugh at me at the same time. Okay, so just write in live chat that you want to meet him. He reads those comments. His mods read those comments. I swear it's very doable. I'll do it then. Well, if I ever make a trip to Japan, he's not escaping me. I remember my own studies in Korean, 4 times 75-minute lessons per day, 5 days per week for 4 months. Sounds more realistic. Sora's the GOAT. 100k is massive. I know, bro. Like, it is insane. What is the limit to Excel spreadsheet? No, Google Sheets. Limit to Google Sheets rows. Oh, you can have 1 million. Okay, you can have 1 million. I was a little bit worried that we'd have to have multiple spreadsheets for a second then. AI Japanese is going to be dope. Could you imagine me grinding for 2 to 3 hours a day on Japanese AI? Just a shitpost? Bruh. I would need some serious motivation from the community to make this happen. 220 new sentences per day. I know, bro. I think I capped out at, like, I think the most new sentences I did in one day was 60, and I did that for a few days, and then, like, the reviews, because I was doing this in Anki, became so insane that I started having heart palpitations. Sacrificing sleep is tight. I'm already sacrificing it, guys. Like, it's fucking 1:30 a.m. in the morning here, and I'm still going on talking about fucking Macau. Anyway, what do you guys think about the challenge idea? Let me know. Anything over 2,000 rows in Excel takes like 3 minutes to do anything. Load, copy, paste, whatever. It's insane. That's so true. worst part is I need to create these sentences in English first. Evildea, just do it like Welter phrases and learn to say my dog died sexual. I actually feel bad for Walter because like he's gotten mocked so bad for that, and like I get like we make mistakes when we're learning languages, and you know we try to recover in the moment, and I could see myself making that mistake. But then again, I'm also not a YouTube polyglot trying to show off my amazing skills. But like, bro, that's going to live. We need to clip that and make that a streamed clip along with the I should have learned the numbers. Do the challenge. Idea is great, by the way. You should do it. Redacted. You and Mikkel go for it. We should make it happen. Do it. I like the challenge idea. Yeah, lol. Yeah, but it's such an insane, stupid idea at the same time. Anyway, what other things do you guys actually want to see from me? Like, challenge-wise, or like, overall? Like, is there something you want to see? Because, like, realistically, what series I've got my Chinese series, I've got my Dreaming Spanish series. At the moment, I'm feeling like I'm in a shitposter mood. I just feel like shitposting on Hyperpolyglot, so I might go to doing that for a bit. We might be back into shitposting season, guys. Evil stream is wild. Doesn't 220 sentences mean counterproductive if knowledge is not retained? You think that's counterproductive? You should have seen what he was doing with his shadowing, okay? He was shadowing sentences, like sentence after sentence after sentence, because he shows them in his videos, and he doesn't know any of the words in the sentences. He's just shadowing these sentences blindly. He doesn't even know the pronunciation. In fact, he doesn't even recommend you learn the script. You know, that little thing called hiragana, katakana and stuff. Like, he's like, yeah, don't worry that. We're just going to use... And then there was a bunch of people who came into his early videos and they're like, mate, you should probably look into this thing called pitch accent. And then he made a whole video shitting on pitch accent. Why it doesn't matter.
The pitch accent in Japanese, is it super important?
He made this because people were like, when they were following his early stage challenge, they're like, you don't sound good. You need to look at into the pitch accent, at least learn the theory of it.
In my opinion, no, it's not. And I know I'm beginner in Japanese, and maybe if you want to
I think beginner's a bit of an overstatement, guys. What do you think?
sound like a native speaker is super important, but I'm going to explain why you shouldn't focus on it if you are learning Japanese. I just got a comment here. Grinder Devil says, you might want to try repeating with the same tonal pattern as the native example.
Pig Latin 30 days. Fuck, I remember Pig Latin when I was growing up, bro. People were doing it. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it.
To sound better. You can look it up. It's called pitch accent. Yeah, I watched a couple of videos.
Oh, he did watch some videos on pitch accent. Okay, cool.
On how that works, but it's really not.
Bro, this guy, Mikkel, picks fights with everyone's, but look, he's got 54k subs. He actually used to have less subs than me, okay? He just worked, his strategy, and it's highly effective, is basically just make outrageous videos that all contradict each other. Like, every single video contradicts, like, every other video he's ever made, okay? And then make rage posts for shorts, mainly against the Dreaming Spanish community, and just mass push this shit out, okay? And that's pretty much, like, there was a point where he was doing multiple videos per day, and it works for him. He's growing. Celebrity Hyperpolyblock Deathmatch. Did he just say grinder level? I don't know. I gotta hear this.
Yeah, I watched a couple of videos on how that works, but it's really not anything that you don't get better at by simply listening and repeating. Yeah,
I like how he's talking from a position of authority on something that he's never done.
I am trying to... I'm not reading these sentences written phonetically. I am trying to sound...
We were talking about meta studies down here in the chat. If I was like this rich guy who... Holy shit! Guys, I just got my first ever donation. I don't even know what this means. Love you, bro. Love you. Let me just... Actually, what is this? Okay, let's find out what this is in AUD. Okay. Why am I on Yahoo? Jesus Christ. Thanks a lot. It doesn't matter how much it is. I'm just kind of curious. So it's $2 Australian. That's fucking... Thank you so much for that. By the way, guys, that's about the same price as joining my membership, and you will be getting more videos if you do that. So definitely go check out the membership. It's easy. You guys have to check out my membership. You know what? I'm going to force you to watch my membership video, okay? Just because I'm so proud of this video. I'm so proud of it. Okay, let me just find it. Membership. I think I have to swap accounts to see my own membership. Yeah, I think I do. Let me just... or can I just like log in from like another browser? Yeah, let's just try this. Jesus, security alerts left, right, and center over here. Update completed. Thanks a lot, Edge. Okay, let's just go to YouTube. And go Evildea. Oh, someone else sent me a gift. Thank you so much. Okay, join. Okay, join. Oh, fucking sign in, bro. Okay, there must be... Actually, you know what? I've got it on my... I've just got it as a unlisted video. What am I doing? I am so shit. What is with all these security alerts? I think I'm being hacked, guys. I think I'm being hacked. Let me just go find it. By the way, the more of these you know, donations and stuff I get, the longer I'll go for, to the point where I'll be like, oh, guys, I can't talk anymore. Okay, because I'm awake now anyway. I'm awake. Okay, membership video. I hope you guys are ready. If you have young children in the room, I recommend that you ask them to stand outside for a little bit. Okay, let's go.
Hey there. Oh, you just clicked on the membership button. Well, welcome to the Evildea community. Jump right on in. I'll make some room for you, bro. What do you mean you haven't decided? Of course you've decided. You're already here. No, the decision you need to make now is what level do you want to be? See, you could be here as just a single language person. What do we don't even really have a word for that, do we? What is someone who speaks one language? You fucking loser. Or you could
Yeah, you monolingual losers.
be part of the Polyglot Club, because we've got the Polyglot Club there. Or, you know, you could be part of the Hyper Polyglot group. Join us in there. So, what's the benefits for joining?
What are you watching right this moment? You are watching the intro to my YouTube OnlyFans. I'm actually surprised that YouTube approved this, because like to get your memberships up, they actually have to approve it, okay? And like you send all the stuff, and then they send you a thing saying it's approved. They approved this. YouTube approved this. I'm so fucking happy.
Do I really need to tell you? No, okay. This still needs to be a bit friendly for YouTube. So, some of the benefits is, well, you'll get exclusive videos. This is all dependent on level, by the way, okay? I don't give this shit to everyone, obviously. This is not like OnlyFans, which just goes straight to Reddit. No, you get
Yeah, I don't want to see my naked videos on Reddit, guys. Like, come on.
exclusive videos. You'll get a priority response to comments because, you know...
People at the gym see my phone, then back away from me slowly.
Most of the time, I just ignore you guys, and for some reason you keep coming back, but, you know, this time I might actually respond. No, I will endeavor. I will endeavor to respond to your comments, okay? That's a promise.
You hear that? If you become a member, I might respond to you.
Promise I make. If you pick the right level, okay? You'll get access to a very special part of my...
Okay, yeah, that's enough self-promotion. I'm actually distracted because if you guys look over to the right here, there's a video. It says ASMR playing with my deck. Guys, we've got an ASMR playing with a deck over here. Should we click on it? Let me know down in the comment section below. In the meantime, David did point out a fact. We actually have a Discord. I'm going to open up the Discord for you now, okay? Because we have a server that's dedicated to basically shit posting about languages. So here it is. Okay. As you can see, we've got our members section. We've got the investigation that we're working on at the moment. Then we've got a bunch of chats. So, you know, just do general chat, your hyperpolyglots discussion. This is basically what we're doing right now in stream, but people just do it daily, okay? Then we've got like shit over here, like engaging discussions. Like this is actual language learning stuff. This is not shit posting. These are people like actually asking, you know, experiences and things like that. Then we've got grind. So if you want to like grind with other people, I know that could mean multiple things. And you know what? Whatever you mean by grind with other people, I'm cool. I don't judge, bro. Like if you want to grind languages while grinding, grind away. I'm a grinder. Okay, and then we've got like, you know, language, freaking weekly challenges, blah, blah, blah. And then right down the bottom here, we got a whole heap of language channels, like just for every language you could possibly imagine, okay? So if you're not in the Discord, it's easy to join. Just go into any one of my videos. There'll be a link right in to the Discord just there, and jump on in. And if you're a member, make sure you have actually connected your Discord to your YouTube account so that you get access to that special little section. Okay, don't click it. The algorithm will destroy you for it. Okay, we are focused on language learning. Do it, click it. Yes, the desk. Okay. Click it, click it, click it. Yep. Okay, guys. Oh, it's her actual desk. I thought it said deck. What the fuck, Evildea? I thought it was like, you know, her playing with her Anki deck in ASMR, being like, let's use the words together. Let's do some closes together. You know, like a physical deck or some shit. I don't know what. I am too deep. I am too deep, guys. Like, as someone who is needy, I will become a member so I can maybe get a reply from Evildea. That's great. I need the needies in the groups. Korean deck is solid. Let's see how solid this deck is. Is this it? It's literally just a chick scratching? Sorry, I just got to express my discontent. Yeah, I know this is starting to get to me at this point. It's actually making me want to have a good scratch, eh? Okay. So what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about the Discord and how fucking awesome it is. Yeah, just join it. And by the way, that's free. You don't have to be like a member or anything. Ask her to make the next vid about the deck. I regret encouraging this. You guys are leading the stream. You guys pushed it down this route, okay? I did not choose to go down the deck. I saw it. I pointed it out. You chose. Your fault, okay? Let's just go back to normal YouTube. I hope that YouTube just does not just start recommending, hey, shocking girls by speaking all their languages. Oriental girl, what's going on? Should we check it out, guys? Let me know. Let me know. If you see a video you want me to watch, we'll watch it. You got... Oh, that was Metatron reacting to my previous video. Yeah. Well, like my big one. Grandparents break silence. Oh, yeah. Okay. What else have I got coming here? Nothing. Okay. Lol, I spend weeks making a video and get less views than that girl scratching a desk for my life. That's so true, eh? You spent so much time and effort making a video. Guys, I just saw Matt
There's like a
Did you guys see his video after he did his Japanese exam? Like, he made a video directly after he did his Japanese exam, okay? And then he deleted it later on, or he hid it, okay? Did you guys see that video? The problem is he deleted the video, okay? So it was not a good look. It was not a good look, if I'm being honest. Basically, he walked out of the exam place. He was fucking peacocking all to hell. He was like, that was the easiest shit I ever saw. Like, I ever did, man. It was so fucking easy. Like, and then he like started talking about some Chinese chick who was there who clearly, you know, was not good enough at Japanese to be in the exam room. And like, it was just like, E-penis was out. It was flipped out. It was hard as a rock. He was all in, okay. And then he drops this video. I got my JLPT results back. Now, I've already made a react to this, but my editor hasn't put it online yet. So it'll come online at some point, probably in the next few days or whatnot. So I won't go into the details of that because you guys can just go watch the react. But let's just say there's a little bit of cope happening, okay? There's a little bit of cope happening. Okay, legendary moment in the history of mankind. I just want to say hi, everyone. Hi! How's your CI going with your Spanish and Russian? Because you were doing like ALG for Spanish and Russian from memory. Please turn the volume up a bit. You mean my volume or the video volume? Guys, how's my volume, by the way? because I'm also kind of like modulate my volume a little bit because my wife is sleeping in the other room. Okay, I saw Matt's video about the exam test he took. What level? Evildea. He took the highest level, I believe, which apparently is equivalent to a C1 exam. Evildea, do women like men who speak their language? Do women like men? Okay, that's an interesting one. Like, I started learning Chinese after I met my wife, and like she appreciates it because I can speak with her in-laws, but it was never something like where she was like, oh my god, this is so amazing, you know, I'm so happy that you did this, you're the best husband in the world, you know, I'm gonna make you a pancake something. There was none of that. Okay, but I have seen other guys on the dating scene, you know, with they know like a couple of words in Chinese, they throw those words out. That is an in for them. Okay, so some people highly appreciate, and I'm sure it's the other way around as well, you know, it's the same thing. It's not just like men, women, but like some people really appreciate it, and some people, they don't even fuck, and some people even question why you would want to learn their language. Like I saw a comment of someone who said like they were going for a bit of a depressing moment because they'd learned Cantonese, and then they tried to use it with someone, and then that person's like, why are you learning my language? Like, it's useless. And then that was pretty much the whole conversation. So it's like, it really depends on the person. You sound fine here, but I am using... Volume is good, volume is fine, I can hear you. Okay, that's good. Volume is a bit low, but I just turn up mine low. Okay, cool. Because I'm also asking, is it the volume of me or the volume of the videos that I want to know about? Okay, for those who are saying the volume is okay, go to any other video and see the difference. Okay. If it's bad, just let me know. N1 is no way the same as C1. There's no writing or speaking. See, that's in my React. I actually asked this question. I literally asked this question because he was talking about how easy the audio component was of the exam, which, by the way, is where he lost points. He was saying it was so easy. And I was thinking back to my Esperanto exam. Certificate time, guys. Certificate time. Let me just scratch myself under the chin with my... well-earned certificate. Anyway, I was thinking back to my audio part of the Esperanto exam. It was fucking hard. It's a C1 one, okay? There was so many numbers, so much information, and it was put in such a way that it was easy to confuse everything, okay? And then he's over here saying that the audio of this exam was so fucking easy, and I was reading from other Japanese commenters in the comment section saying the exact same thing, and I was like, is it really a C1? Or is like different languages like C1 just, you know, easier? Okay. For those who are saying the voice, again, I already read that. Wow, I see Russian language people here. The chat is really multilingual. Actually, that's true. Yeah, we've got some multilingual chat actually happening in here. Very low. Okay, so it appears for Beth, it's very low, but everyone else seems to be thinking it sounds like a pretty hard L to me. Okay, volume is good, but I'm using headphones. Okay, not low at all. I have to max out my volume on the headphones, so when I get a note from Facebook or something, my head will probably explode. Okay, maybe, you know, I do have a volume feature on this. I can just, like, turn this up. I'm just going to turn this up a bit, guys. Oh, it's already maxed out, guys. Maybe if I go to my software. Testing. It's maxed out here as well. Like, it's physically maxed out on the mic, and it's physically maxed out in the software right here. So I'm not sure what else I could do. You can understand completely, can still get the answers on the listening wrong. Yeah, see, this is the same with the Esperanto one, okay. You can understand exactly what's going on, but the questions are a bit tricky, okay? So you can actually be tricked. Like, I had a lot of moments where I was like, wait, are they trying to trick me? And I also had that kind of with the grammar section as well, because like there are some points within Esperanto grammar which are kind of like in dispute about what is correct and what is also correct. And some people say this thing's not correct, and some people say it is, okay? And like there's questions that covered that, and I was like, oh god, what is the most prestigious manuals on this say? Because like I've seen both and I've worked with both, so like I kind of like wigged out in that portion as well. Evildea exception, yeah. Yeah, for Korean, Chinese, and Japanese, the highest test score usually goes from B2 to maybe C1, depending on the year. Okay, you can add gain in the filters in OBS. Is that something I can do in real time? Because I'm afraid like I'm just going to like accidentally completely annihilate myself, and then that's the end of the stream. Filters. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to look into this for the next stream. Okay, guys? I'll look into it for the next stream of making my audio louder. I'm sorry if anyone's struggling, eh? Love how you expose all those fake polyglots. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, the reason why I expose them is because when I always feel like I'm stupid, okay, when it comes to language learning. And especially in the early times when I was language learning, a lot of these like people I'd be watching, they make me feel stupid, really. And I was like, why am I not making progress? And then as I actually like learned languages and, you know, I got into this space, I started to learn how this stuff all happens, like all the fake bullshit behind the scenes. So I know there's plenty of people out there who are exactly like early version me. So that's pretty much why I just call them out. Okay, so I got used to having to listen pretty much everything at max. I'm ignoring you, David, because I'm not allowed to look at written Spanish yet. It will mess with my challenge. Yes, you can. Okay, just keep volume as it is. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're gonna have a war over the volume in the comment section, guys. Okay, I wonder if there are tests targeting academic speakers in other languages than English. These should, in theory, be much harder. Yep. Okay, I love this format. Oh, thanks, man. I also really enjoy streaming because it allows me to just be more freeform with my thoughts and stuff. And, you know, I can kind of jump between things and we can kind of cover off on topics, you know, just as we as a community want to cover off on them. There's some trick questions on the JLP listening, and they often play it on a small CD player at the front of a room. Also, okay, that makes sense. Because because with the Esperanto one, you can do it on site or you can do it online. And everyone's saying, do it online because it's the exact same scenario. It's like a small CD player at the front of the room, and you literally, the hard part is actually just hearing it, like physically hearing it. So no, oh man, I would hate that. When you start understanding the language that you are learning, you watch the polyglots speak them and hear straight BS. 100 fucking percent. 100%. The better I got at Chinese, the more I realized a lot of these polyglots who deal with Chinese are fucking shocking. And that's from someone who themselves is fucking shocking. So if I can pick out the fact that you are way worse than me, bruh, why are you even claiming this language? Okay. There's some trick questions. Oh yeah, I already covered that, sorry. Evildea live stream. Whoa, yeah, I've been at this. How long have I been at this for, guys? I've been at this for 3 hours. This is a 3-hour-long stream. Yeah, it's been 3 hours. I can't really tell. That's why I joined the community. I was in the fraud prevention realm, and when I had a job, and I feel some of these so-called hyperpolygots are scamming their clients. I've actually got, my wife actually took down a fraudster. So so you got Evildea exposing language polyglots. My wife took down a fraudster in China. Okay, it took about 6 months, but she is just as bad as me. She fucking hates scammers, okay? And basically what she was doing, she's getting something imported from China. And I think it was furniture, okay? So she paid this shipper in China that was recommended to her from someone else, okay? So she paid them to ship the furniture. And then he was meant to ship it by a certain date, but he didn't. And she contacted him, and she's like, why haven't you shipped my stuff yet? And he's like, oh, it will happen soon, it happens soon. And he kept saying this, and it went on for friggin' months, okay? And of course, she got pissed. She's like, well, then I want my money back, and I want to redirect that shipping off to someone who can actually ship it. And he's like, no, I can't give you your money back because, well, I've used that money to cover other people. So basically what he was doing, okay, and he was straight up about this because he thought there was nothing she could do. So he was like, he took her money to cover the shipping costs of other people he'd been delaying for months. So he was basically paying debts with debts type of thing, you know, doing this type of shit. Anyway, and he's like, you're just going to have to find me a client who will pay so I can ship your stuff. So he was trying to get her to find someone else to bring in on the scam, okay? Now, my wife wasn't having this, okay? So she basically called up the local police in China, and then they said, and the Chinese local police are fucking useless around this type of stuff. They're like, oh, you need to come in physically and do a report, okay? And she's here in Australia. She can't come in, and this guy knows because all his clients are outside the country. They can't just fly to this random goddamn state over in friggin' China, okay? So basically, my wife scrolled through this guy's social media, found an ex-girlfriend who had a grudge against this guy, contacted her, and then this ex-girlfriend printed out everything and went to the fucking police. Okay, so she went there, did everything for my wife. Okay, and then the police went around and investigated this guy, and and turned out he's been doing this shit a lot. Okay, they shut him down, but she still didn't get her money back because, well, he claimed he was bankrupt. Okay, and he couldn't do it anything. And then the local police were just being lazy about it. They're like, oh, well, there's nothing you could do. So my wife then, through other contacts in China, gets some other person in a police department who's a little bit up, friends, to push this other police department. And next thing you know, this guy actually sends the money back to my wife. It was the most epic story. It went over about like 4 to 5 months. And it was all over about, like, value-wise furniture, $300. Australian dollars. So do not piss off my wife. She will find an X. Okay, I had to pass the English as a foreign language exam for my bachelorette. It's my native language, though. Didn't score as well as you'd think. I was talking about this earlier, where I should go do the IELTS. Your videos actually helped me a lot to stay motivated. Props to you. That's what I love hearing, man. That's what I absolutely love hearing. I really hope that I can get big enough that, because I've already noticed it in the community, that the bigger YouTubers, they have become more cautious around the type of shit that they say. And it was very obvious when, if you guys were here for it, there was, I forget the name of the YouTuber. He's a language guy. He's a legitimate language guy. But obviously, he didn't like what I was doing. Okay, so let me just find the video. It was back before this. I can't... I basically man, I make too much shit. I really gotta make less stuff. Let me have a look. I'll go for a couple more pages and then I'm over it. Okay. No. It might have been around this point. Luca, yes, Luca, thank you so much. Okay, so Luca made this video where he exposed a polyglot. Now, this is not an exposure, this video. Well, he exposed a hyperpolyglot that was already exposed over 20 years ago, okay? Like, the guy's fully exposed. Everyone knows. So he made a video about it. Out of the blue. He's never done this type of video before. He just does language videos. And I was like, oh, hello. This is interesting. And I watched his video, did a react, and I gave him props. And because, like, finally we're getting a movement from some of the legitimate guys in this space. And then, was it this video? No, it wasn't this video. He made another one. It was around this time. So let's go to July the 4th. Where am I at? Okay, so I've got to go back a little bit further. Okay, July 9th. Look at the video of me wearing my underpants. Okay. Where is it? Luca, you must be in here somewhere. Anyway, basically, in his video, he basically insulted, well, he didn't insult, he basically said, I don't understand why there's people, so worried about if someone's a fraud or not, like, we're all just doing our thing out here. Like he basically said that we shouldn't be doing this, okay? And it was clearly directed at me, although name wasn't dropped, and then I dropped the video. Shit went just fucking flying everywhere. And he ended up apologizing in a pinned comment under the original video. So I guess it kind of worked out in the end. Okay. So David said, I worked for a bank and caught electronic fraud daily. People about to lose thousands of dollars. So fake polyglot investigations were more my calling, as they are doing basically the same thing. I actually plan to not just do polyglot investigations, do app investigations into, dodgy, schemy apps. I've been emailed about a lot of dodgy apps. Like apps that are not just dodgy as in like they do, they teach you poorly or whatever, but as in they're actually shit. Oh, hello. Welcome to the polyglot level, Geek Tanic. Thank you so much. Trust me, you're going to love it. There will be plenty more of my there'll be plenty more, specific catered content. So for those who don't know, memberships, you can join at any time. Okay, so yeah, like I plan to expand out and cover more fraud stuff. Not everything will be language fraud, but it'll be language adjacent and maybe in the future even more, because I do feel my calling is somewhere in between education, but also getting rid of bullshit. Okay, so 1 minute until 2 a.m. Okay, guys, should I drop off? because I did originally say I was going to drop off at 2 a.m., but I have received a few donations so far. I'm going to let you guys decide. If you really, really want, just maybe drop a donation or two, and then I'll keep going for a little bit. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap it up pretty soon. Okay, bigger YouTubers become more empty and not interesting. This is a problem with Steve Kaufman's content, okay? I feel like everything from him, like, I got nothing against the guy, by the way, but everything from him is just like a marketing tool. What was that? Steve Schwar. Steve Speaks. Is this the one? Yeah, like, he's got a massive channel, okay? But, like, I feel like every video is just a veiled, you know, attempt to sell his link software. I haven't actually really gone into it. I should do a test of it one day. You guys ever done it? Like, wow, I got another one join. Welcome to the Hyperpolyglot. I guess I'm going to keep going. You know, I'm going to go for another 5 minutes at least because of just that one. Thank you so much for joining Carbonated Soda. I will make sure to drink you later. Okay. I guess I'm going for 10 minutes because I got another one coming in. You guys are going to keep me up all night. Okay. So yeah, I feel like a lot of his stuff is just kind of, it's very hollow overall. And that's why I don't ever react to his stuff. I don't think I've ever done a react to him. Let me find out. I'm almost positive I've never done a react to him. I plan to do a language investigation. Oh, okay, so I didn't do a react to him. I did a react to this guy who was doing a react to him. React Inception. So I guess I kind of touched on him. I kind of touched on him a bit. Okay, let's keep going. I mean, that's why he's on YouTube in the first place. Look at the oldest videos almost... Yeah, that's true. It is true. Like, that's why he's here, okay? It's his business. And I don't judge the guy for having his business. I just don't find the content interesting. I mean, it's like a big buff guy saying he's all natural when he's on PEDs and he's trying to con people into following his programs. I think it's important to call fake polyglots. Exactly, bro. Exactly. This is exactly it. Like, we don't want to create unrealistic, like, standards about what's possible, eh? Like, it's... When people are like, oh my god, you told me it's going to take thousands of hours. Yes, it's going to take thousands of hours. If you're truly want to learn a language, that's what it's going to take. We all do it. We all accidentally click on that one video, you know, you will learn language in 30 days or whatever, because we've all got that internal desire to find that secret source. But at the same time, it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And I've only ever made one of those videos. And it's an old video. Learn a language. I think it was like 30 days or something. How to, like, look at this. I made the most clickbaitiest baiting fucking video in the world, okay? The fastest way to fluency, okay? How to learn a language in 30 days, no bullshit. You guys ready for this? You ready for this? You saw the title, the thumbnail, the video's short. You want to learn a language in 30 days, and I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to teach you how to learn a language in 30 days. Are you ready? Here's the secret. You're not going to learn a language in 30 days. Stop being a complete and utter idiot. Okay, cool. Now we've established that. I like clickbaiting people into shit. Let's have a look. I just clicked the video because I thought to myself, how could you possibly explain to people realistically that they can learn a new language in such a short time, Lo? Not gonna lie, I watched this video twice. I still have no idea how to learn a language in 30 days. Okay, so this person says, I use LinkQ and I quite like it, but honestly wouldn't recommend it for newer people simply because their team sucks at bug fixing. Really? I didn't know that, eh? That's a bit surprising. I've actually, you know, the Dreaming Spanish website overall is it is so functionally well designed. Props to them, except for one aspect. They've got their own player for watching videos. They're slowly, obviously, phasing out the YouTube player, okay? That player constantly stops for me. All the time. Pisses me off. Every time I click on a video and I see it's in that new player, I'm like, I'm just going to go through buffering hell. I don't know why. Wow, we got another monoglot. We got another monoglot, guys. I guess I'm going to keep going. Okay, Kaufman can't form a coherent sentence in Russian, and he's made zero progress in all these years. I haven't done an investigation into Kaufman. Guys, let me know, is he actually good at any language? Like, I heard he's... Actually, I know he speaks Chinese, but I've never heard him speak Chinese. Kaufman, Chinese. You interested in seeing the rest of the video? Okay, well, let's quickly do it then. Did I close it? Okay, I must have closed it. Let's just quickly watch it. You saw the title, the thumbnail. An obvious sense that you can't learn a language in 30 days, yet for some stupid ass reason, you clicked on this video. And in fact, I'm not the only one who made... Yeah, no, you're right, mate. He's just pointing out that I farmed some members today. This stream is going so fucking surprisingly well. I'm actually... Holy shit, thank you, David. Bro, thank you so fucking much. Love you, love you. For those who don't know, David is one of my mods. He is 100% on point. No shit goes on in the Discord because of David. Dude's a fucking legend. And thank you for that as well. But yeah, like, this is going surprisingly well. I might actually do this a lot more frequently. I was thinking maybe doing this like once, like in a blue moon, but I'm really loving this, in all honesty. Okay. From some videos I saw, Steve has very good Spanish and Japanese. He's good Japanese, eh? Okay, well, we'll watch this video. Made this video. You have probably watched most of these videos if you're interested in languages but you haven't put any effort in, such as how to learn a language in 30 days. 30 days. Look at this one, 24 hours, because apparently 30 days is not enough. And, well, of course, 32 days, because we don't know how to round down. Why are these YouTubers making these videos and destroying their reputation in the process if you can't learn a language in 30 days? Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I'm just too stupid. Let me explain it to you in the most simple terms. Because the product on YouTube is your eyes. You see this, you want to learn a language in 30 days to chat up that Mexican girl at the restaurant. Can someone help out Dimitri with donations? I don't know. I've never like watched a live stream from anyone before. I'm the worst YouTuber. I don't really follow other YouTubers too much. Because I'm just studying languages. And you figure, maybe this guy has the secret that my teachers at school didn't have. Okay? No one has the secret. No one can learn a language in 30 days. You are not some freaking mega genius. If you were, you wouldn't be here on YouTube watching these videos as it is. And these videos are drowning out the actual content on YouTube that can help you learn a language. The volume in the videos is much higher than that of your mic. Okay, I promise, Beth, I will definitely look into this for the next stream. I promise you that, okay, man? I promise. I don't want you to have a bad experience. This person said, some of Kaufman's languages are meh, but at least he's honest about it. He mostly focuses on reading because that's what he's interested in. And you know what? That's totally acceptable. And I don't think he ever says that he's something that he's not. So I've got no issue with that. For future streams, could use of those in-browser plugins to adjust video volume on the fly. Oh, okay. I'll look into that. This is all new to me, eh? Like, I was with my editor literally yesterday figuring out how to do everything. Like, I'd never done any of this before. Oh, thank you so much, David. Fucking, you're smashing it, bro. You're just out here helping left, right, and center. Guys, everyone give David a shout out in the chat because it's people like David that allow me to do shit like this, eh? So Kaufman claims he's fluent in 20 languages. He does? Hey, can you point that one out? Like, give us a link, Beth, where he claims that? Because I've never actually seen that before, and if he does, that will piss me off. Okay, and when others present him as being fluent in 20 languages, he just nods and says nothing. I do hate that. I've seen other YouTubers do it. And that was one thing I massively respected Lindy Bots for, okay? So if you go, I want to show you my Lindy Bots investigation. Because this girl... she wasn't too thrilled that I fucked up her name, but I don't care. But overall, there's this one point that I just gained so much respect for her, okay? Watch this. I'll find it quickly. What's up, Grinder? Okay. Okay, I think it's right here. Okay, so listen to this, guys. Not yet seen. If you want to get the full details, use the document, which will be in the description below.
네, 감사합니다. 안녕하세요. 저는 남아공에서 태어났지만 해외에서 많이 살던 린디라고 합니다. 네, 지금 현재 싱가포르에서 디자이너로 일하고 있지만 취미는 외국어 공부하는 것이에요.
지금 몇 개 국어를 하시죠? 물론 언어마다 수준들은 다르겠지만.
네, 수준이 다르긴 하지만 한 10개나 15개쯤 그 사이에 좀 하고 있습니다. 공부하고 있어요.
So she even like corrects herself here.
몇 개 안 되네요. 네.
네, 저는 부족하다고 생각해요.
15개국어면은 그 잠은 언제 주무세요? 그럼? 잠 안 주무세요?
잠이 부족합니다.
Okay, you can see that. I think there was a point where someone, like we pulled a clip where someone was saying you're fluent in all these languages. It might have been this clip actually. Sorry, and she corrected the interviewer. So she actually went out of the way.
高いっていうかわからないけど、まあたくさん言語を勉強して、言語はまだレベルが確かに違うけど。
そうだね。リンリにとってはその経験があったの？リンリーちゃんの人生なんか変えた経験があるの？
Oh, her Korean is very good, by the way, guys. Her Korean is very good.
そうですね。多分韓国語はその一番なんていうのかな、独学の言語だった外国語。なんか学校でフランス語とまあ英語、アフリカンス語を学んだけど、韓国語はその。
Oh, is that the video? Do I really know 20 languages? So there was actually there was a clip where it might not be in this video, okay? But someone like introduced her and said she was fluent in like all these different languages, and she instantly interrupted them and said, no, I'm not fluent in all these. Like she could have just sat back and just nodded, you know, like no skin off her back. She's not the one who said it. You know, she could have just let that fly by, but she was right on point and stopped it from happening. Sucks I can't find the actual video or the clip of it, but yeah, that gave me massive appreciation and respect for her. Okay. He says he knows 20 languages. Oh, okay. Let's go find this Kaufman video. Okay, so apparently Kaufman is claiming to know. Do I really know 20 languages?
So when can you say you know a language? I say I know 20 languages. What does that really mean? I often get criticized because I'm obviously much better in some languages than other languages. I was thinking about this because I had a conversation just a couple of hours ago.
Hey, babes, I thought you were in bed. No, go. Huh? I'll finish up soon. They keep giving me money. Looks like I'm gonna have to wrap this one up soon, guys. My wife wants me to go to bed. So we'll finish off this one video, and then I guess that will be calling it. Okay, so
to go with my Turkish tutor, and actually I didn't do too badly in Turkish. We discussed Turkish history, we discussed the situation in Turkey, the economy, quite a variety of subjects. Of course I made a lot of mistakes, but I noticed that I'm getting better every time I speak because I'm putting so much effort into my listening and reading. I'm getting a better sense of the grammar.
Yeah, my lover is Elmo, just for you guys.
Things that I didn't notice the first time, I noticed them now. So then I thought to myself, at the present moment, if I look at my 20 languages, Turkey is already in the second group, just because I've been refreshing it for the last 6-7 weeks. So if I look at my 20 languages, I would divide them into 3 groups.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up the stream after this video, guys. It is getting pretty late here. I got really excited and into this. I will be doing more streams in the future, and I'll be trying different times of the day as well to see what works better. Because like I started late night this time. Maybe next time I'll start early morning my time, which it really depends, because like I've had a consistent 100 to 130 viewers this entire time. So it's kind of crazy.
In terms of my level. The first 7 languages would be English, French, Japanese, Mandarin, Spanish, Swedish, German. Those are languages that I feel quite comfortable speaking. I may make mistakes, but I have a large vocabulary.
I'm sorry, Spoken Speech 21. You can always go back and watch the entire stream, and there will definitely be more streams in the future.
My accent isn't too bad. I manage. Call it either just something less than or something more than B2. The second group of languages.
Okay, so he's actually giving levels. We will definitely do an investigation into Kaufman, guys, and it will be coming soon. Trust me, okay? And we'll find out where he's at. But yes, as I did say, I will be wrapping up this live stream now. If there's anything anyone wants to say before we close this one off, I've enjoyed the process so much. I've loved it. I've loved having you all here, and I highly appreciate the donations. And of course, if you want to catch any bespoke videos or catch videos when they're dropped early, you can just become a member of the channel. You just press the join button. Okay, love you all, and I'll see you all in the next live video, or in stream. And this one right here, I can't wait for you guys to see this. It's only for members at the moment, but it will come out for everyone tomorrow night. Okay, thank you all, and I'll see you next time.